thank you so much for being here today. All right, so we're going to be doing a DMDF soulmate reading. Let's get you a little more view here. Okay, we're going to get you a DMDF reading today. This is your divine soulmate. It's a beautiful day. Today is my son's birthday, Daniel. He is 17 years old today. So I'm not going to be on too long today. Just trying to make a quick reading before I take him out for lunch and try to show Danny a happy day. He's really bummed out today. We kind of had an emotional morning. He really misses his dad. He looks just like him. It's ridiculous. He looks just like his father. But yeah, he kind of had an emotional day. Crying and, you know, it's hard on both of us. Every time we have a holiday or a birthday, it's just really hard. Really, really hard. But we're pushing through everything we can. And I told him we're going to have a good day today. No matter what. So we're going to be doing this divine soulmate reading. Let's see what's going on. All right, let's see who's first in the chat, because you get a free card. Let's see. And it's Daisha? 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 Is that your name? Daisha. You're the first person in the chat, so you get the first card. Daisha. All right, Spirit, guide and direct me, please, for Daisha. Let's get, oh, all right. Well, Daisha, you have the Three of Pentacles, progress. You might be making progress with an earth sign. If you're connected to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, you're going to be stepping up and making some progress with that person. You guys might take it to the next level. Also, in regards to your career, you're probably on your way to a promotion or a raise or getting a new job, but you're definitely stepping up in life, moving forward. Under that is the Page of Wands. There's a passionate new beginning for you. Down here we have the Page of Pentacles, 2 pages. This is baby steps into a brand new beginning. Again, I think you're moving on here with an earth sign. I don't know what's going on with you guys, but I think you're moving on, or you're just moving forward with this person. Like, you're just going the distance. Expect some communication from this person. Probably some passionate communication in regards to love. This person's really inspired to talk to you and looking quite forward to it, actually. So good things are on the way for you. Aw, thank you so much, Amara, for that beautiful little donation. I appreciate that. He's a Sag, but he has strong earth in his chart. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I think you guys are moving forward. You guys are going to the next level. Okay? If you thought something was over with you and that person, I do not think it is. Oh, Sunval, thank you so much for Danny's happy birthday. I will tell him. I will tell him. His wish today was to go out to eat and go to the mall. Typical teenager boy. He's got some money tucked away too. He says, like, I want to go to the mall. So I'm going to take him to the mall, take him out to eat, and maybe a movie. Might do that for him. We'll see what's going to go on. All right, Spirit, tell me what's going on with the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. Divine soulmates, current vibes. The divine masculine is currently in an energy of the Hierophant. And this is the energy of commitment, loyalty, beliefs, tradition, responsibilities, honor, and oaths. Also trying to be good, trying to be a better man or a better woman. This is somebody that kind of woke up this morning and said, today's a new day, I want to be a better person. Okay, I want to be a better person. The divine feminine, what is your current energy? Hanged Man. Pause for perspective. You're observing today. You are in full observation of yourself, the journey, and other people. Period. You're just taking a look around and saying, okay. So this is what it is. So this is what you want it to be. Kind of just a little bit blocked, but really just not going forward and not going backwards. Just chilling, just observing, just breathing, meditating, just taking it all in. This is the energy of acceptance. Masculine is also in a King of Wands energy in reverse, which is kind of fighting good and evil, a shadow side, a dark side. The masculine is fighting a sexual energy. The masculine is trying very hard to be good and not do something that feels toxic, not do something that feels out of like pure sexuality, control. You know, the masculine's like, I'm trying to fight that part of myself, which is being controlling, trying to control the whole situation. I need to let go of that. Also, if I have any sexual tendencies that are unhealthy, I need to stop that. I need to get a hold of this. So the masculine might be asking for help today from God or some source, you know, just saying, please help me. I'm having a hard time trying to be a better person. Okay, so they're kind of just seeking some advice, maybe. They're also getting out around other people today. The masculine's like, I just need to get around other people. I don't really want to be alone today. I find myself in trouble when I'm alone today. Yeah, my mind is tortured with reminders of you everywhere I go. The masculine's trying really hard not to think of the divine feminine today, right now. And we have hostile. There's so much anger inside me. The masculine may want to go work out today, may want to go for a jog, a run, do some outdoor activity, take out some stress, maybe go to the range, I don't know, but they're just like, I've got to burn some energy. I've got to burn some of this anger and this hostility inside of me. It's not taking me to a good place. Yeah, this is exactly what I was feeling with the Hierophant. I'm fighting so hard to become a better man. And keep in mind, the masculine could be a feminine and a masculine energy. We're open to that here, okay? But this is exactly where I was going with that. All right, so that's kind of what's going on with the masculine current energy. Let's get some current vibes for the femme. I don't feel this deck right now. Current vibes for Divine Feminine, please. Current vibes for Divine Feminine. Show me the Hanged Man. Oh, first I was supposed to do another tarot. My bad. The Moon. Sorry. The Moon comes out. Pisces energy, Scorpio, and mostly Cancer. Okay? Because the Moon rules the sign of Cancer. But this is about being emotional today, really in her feelings. And keep in mind the feminine can be a male, okay? Just speaking in regards to the feminine energy. But she's feeling very watery, very emotional. And there are some feelings coming to the surface today. There's some thoughts that are creeping their way out. She's keeping a lot to herself. Again, observing and just feeling what's going on inside of her. It's a difficult placement for the feminine right now, being in the Moon. And I think we're coming into a new moon in Cancer, or is that just tropical? But yeah, so this is feeling kind of crabby. The Divine Feminine, if it's a female, maybe on their way to their period right now, possibly, feeling that pool of emotions and hormones. Also just feeling really mothering and really nurturing. So the Divine Feminine is seeking deep inside some thoughts about her own mother, or his, and how they're mothering and how they were mothered, possibly. And just thinking about that wife, mothering, home kind of energy. And it looks like the Divine Feminine really just wants to be home today. Really just wants to be home, being in her comfort zone, being cozy, praying, meditating, maybe resting, maybe a little tired, just trying to figure things out. I'm fiercely protected. Divine Feminine feels like Spirit's looking out for her or him. Also, we have, I'm healing past life trauma. So past life or childhood still counts, but it's like I'm just trying to heal, trying to get better from my pain in my past. I want to be better also. Both of them are really resonating with this energy of, I want to be a better person. I don't know if you guys see that, but that's kind of what's happening here. Both of them just want to be a better person. The next card is, my gifts are expanding rapidly. So feeling very psychic, feeling very in tune with oneself with the Moon card. The Divine Feminine's like, you know, I'm getting more in touch with my spiritual side with the Hanged Man. Maybe the Divine Feminine is feeling much more psychic, much more intuitive. There's a lot of telepathy for the feminine in regards to the masculine. And so the feminine feels like she or he could communicate telepathically. And there's just a lot of pain, possibly, that the feminine's trying to heal. Let's see what your other current energy is between each other. Please show me Divine Masculine's current energy. We have regret. So current energy today is just, I want to be a better person. Looking back at some of the things that he's done or she's done and feeling the guilt, feeling really bad because he's let his King of Wands get out of control. 5-5 on the screen. And it needs to change. The Hierophant is a 5. The masculine may be witnessing 5-5 or 5-5-5 on the clock lately, maybe later today. And this is, things are changing, masculine. It's not going to be the same. But you need to stop numbing. There's a lot of numbing going on. That needs to stop. Ignoring, numbing, acting as if you can't feel what's been really going on with you. That's what's going to hurt you in becoming a better person. Sometimes it's better to face the past with nostalgia. Ted, Steph, how can I be sure it is telepathy? It feels like it is, but is it? Well, number one, your intuition is your first instinct. It's your first response. That's usually right. Your first response is usually right. And so when you're in your telepathy and you're trying to talk to someone, you're basically sending out your energy and your vibration, which is physical, in a vibratory form. You're sending it out far away from your body. So it's kind of a projection. So you're sending your thoughts and your feelings out to this person. You're sending them a message. And it does reach them, just like sound waves reach the other side of the room. Well, telepathy is thoughts and feelings that you can send out, project, and reach the person or the target. And so when you're doing telepathy, you're going to send out this message. And then if you feel like you're getting a message back through a song, a movie, a picture, a feeling, or a thought, if you listen silently inside yourself, you'll almost immediately get that answer back. And it's because you're opening up to the spiritual realm and connecting with someone on a spiritual level. You don't need to be physical to communicate with them. This is how the aliens communicate. This is how the angels communicate. This is how spirit guides communicate, through thought and feeling, through telepathy. So they don't really need a tongue. They don't need a voice. It's just projection. And you do have your spiritual body. And you do have your spiritual side. So when you're doing telepathy, yeah, you send out that vibration and you do communicate. And yes, you generally get that information back to you. You get a response. And remember, your partner sees you and treats you the way you see yourself. Because whatever you're experiencing with your partner is what you're experiencing with yourself. If you're experiencing disappointment with your partner, it's because you're disappointed in yourself. If you're experiencing love and romance with your partner, it's because you're feeling loving and romantic with yourself. You know, and so on and so on. So, you know, always keep that in mind, that we're always projecting and we are receiving what we're sending out. All right, let's get a message here from Divine Feminine. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to make you yawn. Yeah, I had a late night, huh? I didn't go to bed till like 3. And then I woke up at like 6. No. I woke up at 7. Ugh. So I'm just tired. Plus, like I said, we had an emotional morning. Me and my son, crying about his dad. Just life. You know, he's 17 now. It's hard for me to see that I'm almost done raising one of them. Not always done, but... And I have a lot of disappointments in myself. And so much I want to scrunch in and do in 1 more year. And it's like pressure. So we were both just feeling... Anyways, Divine Feminine is Crossroads energy right now. Okay. Oh, look at this nice comment from Jenny. Karma will get that woman that blocks him or comes between your son and his dad. Thank you so much. I believe that. Danny's dad was actually murdered in 2018 on Father's Day. He was gunned down by some asshole. So he's gone. And he wasn't really that present raising the kids. But that man is gone out of our lives and not returning. And my youngest kid's father, yeah, he's definitely been kept away by women from his son. He was kept away from his son because of his first wife. Well, not his first wife, but the wife that he was in. It's just drama. But she did keep him away, and he chose to stay away for her, to make her feel like he loved her more and she was more important and their family was first, and that he made a mistake and he really wanted them more than he wanted us. So that was the first reason why he stayed away from his son. Even though he saw him and he saw me, that was really what was going on with him. And now this second person involved is a karmic, another karmic, and she would not let him enjoy his time with his son when he did see him. She would call and text consistently, just for the couple hours that he was with his son, which is rude. Rude to not give him a couple hours with his son once a week. She couldn't even do that. And then when she found out the truth about us and other things, she decided to keep him away permanently. And it didn't matter if he saw his son or not. She made it sound like she cared and she wanted him to see him, but really she didn't. She really didn't. And ultimately she said he couldn't be around his son if I was around. And she's not stupid. She knew that I wouldn't let my son go with some stranger, because she's a mother herself. So she understands what it is to be a mom and who you're going to allow your kids with or not, if you're a good mom. And she knew I would not allow that. So she knew that she was ruining it. And a couple years passed. I tried to make peace with her. I reached out. I invited her for coffee. Very friendly. And she cursed me out, said she could never have coffee with me, would never want to be friends with me, would never even want to see me or be an acquaintance with me. And that she controlled the whole situation. And if my son was ever going to see his dad, it would be on her terms. And they would pick him up together. And that's it. They would see nothing of me. That was her response. And she wouldn't let me talk. She just interrupted the whole time. And cursed me out, told me every name in the book. And for the first time in a long time, I just let her. I let her go off. I didn't insult her back. I just let her go off. And we ended up hanging up, and I just said, you know, be the bigger person, please, and let him see his son. You know, this isn't about me. I'm trying to do what's best. But anyways, yeah, she didn't want to. Sorry, guys, I was going off in that story. It was an emotional day. That's the moon for you. Thinking about the past, thinking about emotions, thinking about hurtful situations, and just pondering. Hanged man, right? I'm totally in that energy, observing, retrospecting, looking at emotions and thoughts and things, and just kind of just taking it a step back. And maybe you guys are at the same situation. But anyways, this divine feminine energy with the crossroads is you have two options here. You can go either way. You might be having a choice between partners. You might be having a choice between jobs. You might just be having a choice about your path, which path you want to go on. But the divine feminine is thinking about the path. Then we have release, okay? And this is about letting it go. And so the divine feminine is just kind of letting the universe do what the universe does. And it's like, I surrender. I give it to you. I really have faith here. We've got devotion here. I have faith and hope and trust that whatever happens is for my best and highest good. The next card that comes out for you is family. So family issues may be at the forefront right now for you. And then you have unawakened. So there's some family members that may be unawakened about your spiritual path. There may be lovers that may be unawakened that feel like family on your path. And you're just like, they're not on my level. They're not where I'm at. Maybe they never will be. I have to accept that. I have to kind of release that to the universe and say, look, if they're never going to be where I need them to be, I need to let it go. I need to let it go. So you are trying to let go of your trauma. You're trying to heal. You're trying to make better choices. Bottom of the deck is nostalgia, just like the masculine. So again, thinking about the past, trying to figure it out. It just feels like for the feminine, there's a lot going on. You might be feeling overwhelmed right now with the moon. Overwhelmed with emotions and overwhelmed with thoughts. There's a feminine here that sacrificed, also with the Hanged Man, sacrificed so much for her or his family. And you're going to stop doing that. You are a very devoted person, but I just don't see you sacrificing so much to a point anymore where you're just going to hurt yourself like you used to. I feel like you're creating better boundaries. Yeah, you definitely have better boundaries. Let's get an oracle for both of you. Spirit, what is the oracle for the divine masculine right now? Current energy between the feminine. Show me the masculine's current energy between the feminine. There's some throat chakra problems for him. I just got all choked up all of a sudden. This masculine feels like he cannot speak or talk to the feminine. And there is an energy of worry about it. There's an energy that I cannot speak. I see another comment here, LS. I hope you take time to talk with someone close to you about what saddens you. Sometimes a day off helps. All will be for the good. Trust and always outshine the darkness. Thank you, LS. Yeah. I actually am seeing a healer slash trauma healer counselor. And she's really great. And I see her twice a month. So I've been definitely working on my healing for sure. About, you know, my family, the deaths that I've been through. I haven't even worked my way up to relationships, poor lady. She's got enough to deal with my childhood and my family drama, and I haven't even stepped into the realm of relationships. Maybe that will be next year. I don't know. But thank you. I am getting some assistance with that. So anyways, the masculine feels really concerned that he's not going to be able to speak to you. I'm not quite sure why. Let's get an oracle on why this person is like, I can't talk to you right now. I can't speak to you. I'm worried. Is this person worried that you're not speaking to him or her? You know, this masculine's very worried and in regret. Will you ever talk to me again? Clarify. Your scent is addictive, and I swear I can smell you even when you're gone. And I'm terrified of losing you due to my inability to be vulnerable. That's more so what it is. That's what it is. I'm scared, I'm worried, and I'm terrified that by me not being able to open up, me not being able to speak with you, me not being able to tell you how I feel, that you're going to disappear. And this is just, I'm slowly losing you. Clarify one more, please. The divine masculine's regret and worry in regards to the divine feminine, please. It's all about communication. I told you my throat chakra was closing up. Air energy, communication, strategy, plans, thoughts, ideas, and action. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Again, it's all about communication. The masculine wants to communicate with the feminine but can't. There is a restriction. I never thought I'd miss you like this. The masculine misses the feminine. There's an energy here where you guys are separated. This masculine has heavy guilt. Karma has shown me how wrong I was. And I am so ashamed. But now what? Yes, this is a collective reading. So again, the masculine's trying to become a better man / woman for some. And in this reflection, asking God for help and forgiveness, there's this heavy guilt of knowing I've done something wrong to the feminine, and I've just numbed myself away from it. I've tried to ignore what I've done. I've tried to bury it. Whatever this is, you know, I've tried to numb it. I've tried to act like it's really not a problem, but it's been a big problem. And by me trying to be a better person, I feel more and more guilty. You know, what does this mean? It means, example, if the masculine never committed to you, but is committing to somebody else, there's guilt. Guilt that he's giving somebody else what he didn't give you. If the masculine is being a good dad or mom, you know, parent to somebody else's child, but it's not his own or her own, that's guilt. That's heavy remorse, regret, and guilt. If the masculine is Hierophant, married, faithful to this other person, but was not faithful and loyal to you, there you go again. Heavy guilt and remorse. And the masculine is honestly worried, are you ever going to talk to him again? If you know some of the things that he's done, and if you just know the simple fact that he's not opening up to you, would you ever communicate with him again? Let's get some more energy here. Show me the divine masculine energy current between him and the feminine. We have the Fool card in reverse, and we have the Tower in reverse. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. We have the Three of Swords in reverse, and we have the Ace of Wands in the upright. And we have the Six of Cups in the upright. Bottom of the deck, overall undraw energy is the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. This masculine wants to be loyal and true. He's actually got it inside of him or her to be a faithful, loyal partner. This person has what it takes to be a committed partner, but has not been doing it. The masculine went through a tower, I would say about 9 days ago, maybe a little less. We'll just say between now and 9 days ago, okay? But the masculine went through a tower moment where he realized, or she, that the Fool card was in reverse, which is, I'm not opening my heart. I'm not taking a leap of faith. I can't go forward with this. I can't do this. They pulled back. There was a hesitance. Yeah, definitely pulled back, can't go forward. I'm not gonna have a new beginning. They were given a chance about a week ago, maybe more, maybe less. We'll just leave it open for you guys. But they were given a chance for a fresh, brand new start with the divine feminine. And it was a gift from the universe. It was like, here you go on a silver platter. Silver platter. All the fixings. It's yours. Spirit literally gave it to the masculine in his hand. Hey. You look handsome.
Thank you.
You want to blow dry your hair so I can straighten it when I'm done?
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's on the counter in the corner over there by the rice. It's pink.
Okay.
It's that pink blow dryer. Just blow dry it all and then I'll straighten it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, where was I at? Yeah, so there was this new beginning that didn't happen. The tower came down, but the thing is, it wasn't a tower from the universe. It wasn't some divinely orchestrated tower. It was a self-sabotaging tower. The masculine took it upon himself to sabotage this new beginning that happened just recently. Probably with the new eclipse energy that came out. It was this chance for reconciliation. And I feel like they did have it. Or there was this beautiful opportunity. And it was like, here it is, silver platter. And they didn't do it. So, Nine of Swords in reverse. They feel better by denying it. I know you don't want to hear that. That's the truth. Sure, they've stayed up late thinking about this. Yes, they're in the energy of worry and anxiety and regret and torture. There's a chance they really fucked this up for good. But they honestly feel better. They're a little bit more at peace that they didn't take that risk. You know, sometimes it's like you never know what you lost if you never took it on. You know what I mean? It's like if you're going to miss out on something, at least you never really felt it. I don't know. I just kind of feel like this person denied a gift and a new start, self-sabotage, just to never know what it would have been like. It's a fear of intimacy, a fear of being vulnerable, a fear of taking a risk, and a fear of change. And that's Ketu, the Hierophant. It's staying safe. It's sticking to the old. It's sticking to what you know. And the King of Wands in reverse now makes a lot of sense because the masculine is not really doing what he wants to do. He's doing what he thinks other people thinks he should do. Oh, and Robin, it's your son's birthday too? Yeah, it's my son's birthday. Yes, he's 17 today. My beautiful boy. Yeah, my sweet, beautiful boy. Can't believe it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how handsome he is. It's ridiculous how wonderful he is. It's ridiculous that he's 17. Guys, kids grow up way too fast. Way too fast. Anyways, I'm thinking of the moon and the family again. I go back to thinking about my sweet little baby and how he's grown almost up by now. Anyways, it's too much for me. So anyways, back to the reading here at the masculine. Self-sabotage, feel better about it. At least I don't know what I'm missing. And that's the Nine of Swords in reverse. Hey, at least I don't know what I'm missing. I never began it. I'll read it to you from the book because I'm tired today. When you have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, it's about feeling isolated. It's about preparing for the last moment of difficulty before the final test. It's about focusing and chasing away fears. It's about the memory of hurts that can come from your inner shadows. It's about frustrations. And it's about thinking about how to win, how to release, how to overcome something. And that's really that Nine of Swords for him or her, okay? How can I overcome this difficult situation? What am I going to do? Again, I have to say, they really want to communicate with the feminine, but they honestly feel like they fucked it all up. They're kind of like, seriously, like I closed down, shut down, sabotaged this on purpose. I feel really bad. I miss you. And now we're working our way down here to the Three of Swords. This is a brokenheartedness, but a healing. The masculine is healing his brokenness and healing his broken hearts. And this is just, I'm trying to get over our brokenness. I just want to be a better man. I want to be a better person. I want to have a happy life, which sounds really great on paper. It looks really great on paper, and it looks like a great front, and it's a wonderful mask to wear in front of people, and it's nice to tell yourself that in the mirror. Hey, you, let's be a better guy. Let's be a better girl. You know, I'm trying to be a better person. Let's take on this new day with, you know, this healing, and let's just get over the past. Let's Let's conquer it. Let's go get it. Let's go be happy in our marriage. Let's go be a happy parent with this person. Let's go be this great individual in this new life, right? Let's go be this great person. But there's only one problem. Exactly, Bree. You answered that. You can't ignore the past. That's the problem. The past, nostalgia, Six of Cups, it's going to creep up on you. So it's like, even though this person wants to live this happy life, how can you? When you have karma, torture, you've got a past, unfinished business. How are you going to be a better person with this monkey on your back, this heavy guilt? This is like 10 of Wands. Okay? And that's why it's such a fight to be a better person. This person wants to move on, while at the same time sweeping under the rug the shit that happened in the past, which hasn't karmically been paid for yet. Because how can you honestly, from your heart space, 44 thumbs up, thank you, want to move forward in life when you're denying what you really want? And that's what's coming up with the King of Wands in reverse. That's about desire, passion, being confident, getting what you want and succeeding, having a victory, always winning, having healthy boundaries, being good looking and confident and successful. Everybody wants the King of Wands. But when it's in reverse, this person does not feel confident in the decision of not taking that leap of faith. This person has doubts, torture, possibly some regrets here, and certainly guilt and certainly remorse about moving on. This person wants to move on, but at the same time can't because the past is haunting him. At the same time, he's trying to be positive, 3 of Swords in reverse, trying so hard to heal old wounds. But again, denial of the heart. Because the Ace of Wands reveals what that King of Wands really wants. And this is Aries and the Fool is Aries. Just putting that out there. And that's about leadership and direction. And it's also about a new beginning, a passionate, fiery beginning from the heart. And really what this person wants, I'm smelling cool water cologne, but really what this person wants is a brand new start and a fresh new beginning with the feminine. And a very sexy, passionate new beginning too, by the way. But yeah, this person really wants that in their heart space, but they're denying it. So yeah, you're not going to be able to move forward happily in a current lifestyle as much as you want to be a better man or a better woman when you're bombarded with regret and guilt for what's been going on. And anyways, that's the Six of Cups, thinking about the past, just putting it out there. Let's get another confession here about this situation. I'm just not ready right now. I'm sorry. Bree, you had another comment. You're really channeling today, Bree. You're really channeling the masculine energy. It's harder for people who don't have their parents or someone they trust to guide them. Bree, you are channeling. Yes, this person does not have good guidance. That's why this person only has their higher self or God. Because, yeah, this person may be lacking a real, honest to goodness, true guide. And they're not making good choices. And it's very hard for them. Maybe this person does not have parents to give them good advice about what is the right thing to do. And so this person is just really hurting. Again, that's why they're just not ready to come forward and fix anything. Bottom of the deck, overall underall energy from the masculine is, sometimes I feel like you would just be better off if I disappeared or died. But I can't let you go. And I can't let go. This person just wants more than anything to kind of drift away into the background and have the feminine forget about him or forget about her. Like, just forget about me. Don't worry about me. Don't think about me. I've got my own drama to deal with. The last thing you need to worry about is with me. You know, I'm in a bad space. I'm worried. I'm stressed. I'm tortured. I'm trying to be happier. I'm certainly trying to be happy. I'm trying to make the most of my current commitment or my current situation. And I really do have every intention to be a better man or better woman. And that is my goal. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be the best husband I can be or the best wife I can be. I'm trying to be the best father I can be. I'm trying to be the best son or daughter I can be or mother I can be. Like, I'm doing everything I can, but my past is hurting me. I had a friend, well, actually, excuse me, it was a cousin. And she had children. They got misplaced. I mean, her oldest, she never had a relationship with. He moved in with other grandparents, and she just didn't get to raise him. She started to raise him till he was like a year old, and then shit just went haywire. She got into a bad lifestyle. Then some years pass, and she gets 2 more kids, and still bad lifestyle. And she loses those kids, and they go stay with her mom, which was not a good mom. And she goes on about her lifestyle. And, you know, the point is, she had a really shitty history. And then years later, she goes and she gets in another relationship after years of up and down relationships. And she marries this guy. They get a house. And she's clean. And she wants to be a good mom. And she's kind of a stepmom to his kid. And she's a better mom to her youngest. But she's never really happy because she really fucked up her family. And it doesn't matter how nice of a home she has, how great of a husband she has, or how awesome it is raising her youngest. She will always carry the guilt of not being there for her oldest and her other 2 kids that are now pretty much grown. The oldest is grown. And, you know, I'm not saying that's the situation, but what I am saying is this is kind of the energy. It doesn't matter how great life is right now. When you look back, 6 of Cups, all you see is regret, guilt, pain, shame, and worry. And it makes this masculine angry with himself. Or angry about whatever. And there's constant torture. I should have been there. I should have been better. I could have done more. I could have made better choices. I could have been a better dad or a better mom. I could have been a better person. I could have been a better friend or a better husband. I could have been a better wife, mom, daughter, like whatever. Like, I could have been better. Damn it, fuck. I could have been better. But now here I am. And it's almost like I don't deserve this happiness. I don't deserve a fresh start. I don't deserve forgiveness. This is that self-sabotage, the worry, the 9 of Swords. I don't deserve anything good. That's what we're dealing with here for the masculine energy, guys. Self-worth. And, you know, the way that the masculine sees it is, I'm absolutely right. I don't deserve anything good. I'm a bad person. So he or she is in a rock and a hard place, right between the rock and the hard place. Which is, I have a life that I could be happy with right now, but I can't really ever be happy with it. It doesn't matter how great my wife is or husband is. It doesn't matter how great my kids are around me. It doesn't matter how great my house is. I have a past I can't escape. And that is why my mind is torturing me with reminders, not only of my divine feminine, but of my past. Everywhere I go, I am tortured with the memories of what I've done. Damn, that's deep. And that's why this person is in regret and heavy guilt and worry. Spirit, what advice do you want to give this masculine for these feelings? We're going to use the Kali Oracle. What can you tell us? What advice is there for the masculine? At least what kind of energy can the divine feminine send the masculine's way? Bottom of the deck is Sri Bala. Then we have Kali Kalmasa Nasini, number 42. Yeah, a lot of fours, guys. Maybe the masculine's seeing a lot of fours. So this is the energy you can send your masculine and the energy that the masculine needs right now. And it is, she devours darkness with her endless hunger for light, peace, and redemption. She reaches the deepest, darkest places, in the darkest spaces, relentless in her pursuit of the lost and the despairing. No soul shall ever be forgotten. No soul shall ever be abandoned or betrayed by her. Those that believe in their own guilt, oh my gosh, I want to cry, because this is literally the masculine's reading. Those that believe in their own guilt, their own sin, their own shame, evoke her mighty tenderness. And she feasts upon the darkness that threatens to consume them, alleviating the weight of their suffering, allowing their hearts to become light and free. Literally crying. You know, I'm not crying of anything, guys. I feel her love. Kali Kalmasa Nasini. She's like, if you honestly have guilt, if you really do see your sin, if you really do have shame for your past, and you have genuine remorse, which I know the masculine does, then all I want to do is forgive you and heal you. All I want to do from her is tell you that you are forgiven. All you have to do is feel in your heart you're not that person anymore. All you have to do is come and give your burdens to Spirit. Purify your soul, cleanse with crying and tears and true remorse and guilt. And if you are genuinely sorry, then you will be ready to do the right thing, no matter what the cost is. This remorse and guilt cannot be half-ass. It cannot be, I'm so sorry, I feel so bad, I have so many regrets, but I'm not prepared to atone for those mistakes. I'm not prepared to make right a wrong situation. I'm not prepared to communicate an apology or show up in a responsible way and be the person that I need to be no matter who I'm up against. You see, those are the actions that need to be taken. If this person is genuinely sorry about hurting people in the past and doing bad things, it's about fixing it today. And he or she will be forgiven. And the divine feminine energy, the mothering moon family, the divine feminine in regards to the masculine is already forgiven, devoted, and releasing everything that was done to her and, you know, all of that. But the masculine has more guilt than just to the feminine. The masculine may have guilt about his parents or her parents. The masculine may have guilt about their children. The masculine may have guilt about ex-lovers. You know, that's a lot more than just guilt from the feminine, okay? There's more to this story than just the feminine. So the feminine can't fix this. The feminine can't give love and forgiveness and fix this. That's just part of his story or her story. The other part is taking actions that need to be taken to right the wrongs. I'll just give an example since we were talking about my son's situation earlier. Not seeing his son for 3 years because of a woman who couldn't handle him being around me because she couldn't trust him. So he was not allowed to be a man or a father and show up how he needed to for his child is bullshit. And the reason he had to be around me and his child, which she could not accept why he had to be around me to see his child, is something she had to wake up to and grow up about, because he already fucked up before that situation, previously before her, which was denial of our child, rejection of our child, and abandonment of our child for 3 years before that. So 3 years prior to her coming in the picture, he already fucked it all up and created mistrust and created insecurities and created a fucked up foundation in which he did not atone for. He did not make up for that. And then he wants to be around only under conditions of somebody else being present in an already fucked up situation. See, she only had half the understanding. And her understanding, it was, we're together, we're a family, this is his child, he should be able to see him whenever we want to see him, you know, no regard to anything else. And I don't trust him with you, so the child has to come with us. She wanted to take control of a fucked up situation. You know, she couldn't understand that there was history. There was history. Heavy guilt. He already fucked up on his son, and now you're going to fuck up again in a different way. So what I'm saying is, when you atone for something, you want to be a better man or better woman. You know, I'm just giving my example, my life as an example. You can't say, now I'm in a relationship, now I want to be father of the year, now I want to be present. No, no, no. You didn't atone for the previous. See, that woman didn't understand the history. Why would I not let my child just go? Because I didn't trust my child with him completely. We had a history. Why did I not let my child just go into a toxic situation? Because A, I knew they were a toxic couple, and there was already lies and infidelity and hostility. not letting my child go into that alone without his mother, who's never left his side, who's never abandoned him. 3, I didn't want my son to go into a situation and get comfortable and be abandoned again, or be mistreated because of the energy of our relationship, which that woman was very hostile and treated me like I was a whore or a nobody, that we didn't even have a love connection. Why would I let my precious baby go be in their space to be projected negative energy to? And I know deep down she didn't love him. And I know deep down she resented him. And as much as she wanted to play off the role of, I love all your kids, I care about all your kids like my own, she didn't. Otherwise, she would have treated it as if she were his mother and understood the dynamic of my child's life and wanted what was best for him, which was to have his father create a solid relationship with him, because there was no previous relationship established. She did not understand that my kid's father was trying to build a relationship, establish one, not maintain one. She was under the impression that there was a maintaining of a relationship when really it was an establishing. There was no foundation. So this is what I'm talking about, guys, and I'm just using that as an example about regret and guilt. Even when somebody wants to be committed with an oath, the Hierophant, and be a better man, which my kid's father tried to do. He got with a woman that had a son, and he was really great to her son. And his other daughter, which is not hers, they don't share children, but he had a previous daughter from a previous marriage. He was very good to them, very loyal and there every day and with school and work and all that. But he was not that way with his son, my son, you know? And so it's nice that this person wants to be a better man or a better woman, but you still have to atone for your guilt. You can't just move on, which is why I think this person, and I just used my example as an example, but you see the energy about the past, 6 of Cups. It counts. And again, this is why the DM, the Divine Masculine, is aware and feeling guilty that they don't deserve a new beginning with the feminine because they've betrayed the feminine. They've done something wrong in their life. They've done so much bad. They don't deserve ultimate love, ultimate forgiveness, and a happy new beginning. This person is like, don't give me that. I don't deserve that. It's like when people die and go to heaven and they talk about their life after death experience and they say, I met Jesus. He gave me a hug. He told me I was loved. He told me I was worthy. He made me feel like a good person. But I really am not. I don't deserve that.
Hello.
Hi.
So I had a fun idea.
What?
The next time we go to Florida, I'm going to bring my metal detector.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
Yep, and also we might want to bring a shovel because you'll never know what you're going to find. There's always buried treasure somewhere.
That's very true.
Yep.
I love it.
So, you almost done, or?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Hello, everyone.
Danny says, hello, everyone. They all said happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I told them all you were 17 today.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for the happy birthdays.
Aw, I love you.
All right, love you too, Ma.
Okay.
All right.
Bye. Aw. It's my sweetheart. And you know what else was really fucked up about my youngest son's father? He got close to my kids the same way he got close to his new person's child. He would kiss my children, Danny and Mariah, on the forehead. He would brush their hair. He would cut my son's hair. He would cook for us. He would take us out to eat and, you know, to like Trampoline World and stuff and go on drives together, and he lived with us, you know. He got close to them. So not only did he abandon me and our child when I was pregnant, he abandoned my children. And the fact that they needed a father, and the fact that he stepped up and treated them like a father, and gave them love and affection, and made promises to me, and then disappeared on all of us, including his own blood. Not only did he abandon what could have been his stepchildren, but he abandoned his son. And that's what I'm saying. It's like when you have so much guilt for hurting people that is more than one person, especially the innocence of children, oh yeah, there's guilt. And that's why this person cannot move forward. That's why this person with the divine feminine feels hostile. You guys saw hostile down there. And then you guys saw the card of numbing. Sometimes this masculine just doesn't want to think about it and doesn't want to feel the torture of what he's done. Because really, karmically, you can't move on and be happily ever after when you have so much pain in the past, so much karma. And if you never look at your karma, Hanged Man position, if you never look at it correctly, how are you going to atone for it? And if you do want to atone for it, you have to do right. So, in my opinion, example for my kid's father, just using him as a representative of this DM energy, what do you guys think he should do to atone for what the hell he did? And mind you, the abandonment happened. Lies and deceptions happened on his part as well as mine, but he did start it and continued to abandon. Always had cheating, lies. The new relationship he's in is full of lies and deception and trickery and cheating. But he's trying to be good to that person. And he's even told me, I'm trying to be good. I want to be good to that person. All the while, he's already cheated multiple times since the beginning and throughout. What do you guys think he should do? Work as hard at fixing it as he did at screwing it up. Thank you, Nikki Perry. That's exactly right. Work as hard at fixing it as he did at screwing it up. Another thing here is the King of Wands in the upright. In my opinion, I think he should face with confidence what he's done. And I'm not asking for him to confess to the world all his secrets, all the times he's cheated and lied and deceived people. I'm not asking him to come clean to his ex-wife about the truth that we were in a relationship. It was more than just a one-night stand, that we were in a love connection, and the promises that he had made to me that he broke. I think he should at some point be honest with her, because she was under the completely wrong impression, therefore hates me. Okay? He should try to fix that, because she is the mother of his daughter. And he should also try to talk to his daughter, who's now almost 13, about this whole situation as well, because she's been confused. She's under the impression I'm wrong, I'm a bad person, based on what her mother and father have told her, and this new girl. So she's seen this energy as wrong, and what happened with her little brother as wrong. And it's all because of his deception. And he is in denial with me, guys. He thinks that whatever lies he's told people are pretty much true. It's not. He acts like he wasn't into me at all, but he was. but he's in denial. So I'm really fighting he's in denial. He's in denial about our relationship. He's in denial about our feelings. And he's certainly in denial about what really went down when we were together. He's in complete denial. And he's always come back in my life with romance, intimacy, and friendship. But he never took that next step to commitment again. Never. And so that's been a fucking issue. And now he's with somebody new. And now he's taking on her son as his stepson. The boy's father's not in the picture, so he's stepping up. And he's stepping up for her as a husband, even though he's not legally married. He's got a tattoo on his ring finger. He's dedicated. Now he wants to be loyal to her when he's cheated their entire relationship. Since before he met her, when he started being with her, throughout their connection, and even recently again, he's cheated on her. But now he wants to be good. All of a sudden, I'm a changed man. I want to be a better man. I have regret. I have guilt. I want to be better. I want to be a better father. Tell my son I love him. No, I don't want to tell your son you love him. I want you to show your son you love him. Because the atonement is not just your tears and how you feel so bad for what's been done. You've created a shitstorm. You've created a fucking tower. You've destroyed lives. And the only way to come back from that is, like Nikki Perry said, work as hard at fixing it as you did at destroying it. And in my opinion, he's already apologized to me. So I know he's sorry for what he's done to me. I've already gotten the apology multiple times and even recently. So I know he's sorry to me. And I know he still cares about me or he wouldn't want me the way he does. But what about our child? He stays away from him and almost can't even text him very often because she is watching the phone and insecure about him and I. And guess what? She's right. We were having something going on. He is dishonest to her. She does have something to worry about, but it's not my fault. I'm not pursuing that. It's not my fault. But she's blaming me, and she's taking it out on me, and she's taking it out on our son. And she will not allow him to see our son with me in the presence, which I understand her point. But she does not understand my point. I will not let my child go in a situation in which there is no established deep connection between the father and son. And I will not let my son go with a father that is more into his female than he is to his child. I'm not having it. There needs to be an established trust. And I also need to know that my son is not going into a hostile home. Now, she's a little bit crazy. She's got some psychological issues. She's gang stalked this guy. She's gotten GPS. She's lied about text messages, saying that she's receiving them when really she's doing something to get them. I've never texted her stuff like that, and I've never showed her stuff like that. She's got some weird, like, gaslighting. She I don't know, she's got some psychological issues. And the fact that she leaves her kids at home to go looking for him while he's out with me in her car in midnight hours at a park where we were at is beyond me. She's crazy. And he wants me to feel comfortable with my son being in their presence. It's not happening. So yeah, in my opinion is this. You need to stand up to whoever you're currently with for your son. This is an atonement. And say, I'm going to see my son how I'm going to see my son. You either trust me or you don't. You either want to be married to me or in a connection with me, and I'm yours, and we live together, and we're together, and this is what I have going on, or you don't. What can you accept? See, she can't accept that. She's got to control it. She's got to have it her way, period. And he's being a coward, and he's not seeing his son to appease her. And in turn, I am being blamed that he's not seeing him because of me. No. It's actually because of her. Do you guys not see that? Does that not make logical sense, or am I the batshit crazy one? Because I've said we can meet at a park. I've said I can drop him off at the mall or a play fun place where they can be alone together. I don't have to be in the picture. But if he wants to see our son in a home environment, it needs to be at my home, because that's where my son is comfortable and safe. Period. So am I the crazy one here? Eat Me, you are trying to protect your son from abuse. Thank you. That's the way I see it. But this other woman does not see it that way. This other woman sees it as I'm controlling and blocking my son from seeing him. And his father's even quoted that to me from her, that if you could just let me pick him up after I haven't seen him in 3 years, if you could just let me pick him up, we'll be fine. No, no, that's not how it works. And mind you, during this 3 years of absence, you know, she was a major problem. Argumentative, cursing, name-calling, everything. Eat Me, it sounds even more like she is an abuser. I think she is an abuser. I think she mentally and verbally is abusive and emotionally abusive. I think she's manipulative. I think she's toxic. The way she spoke to me was not like a normal woman. She's got some emotional issues. And the way she went stalking him out that night, leaving her kids at home to go look for him, driving by like a psycho, and he had only been gone like 20 minutes, is a psycho. She should understand, since she's a mother. And though, yeah, it sounds like an unfit mother. Yeah, I do think that. I think she's a good mom for show. Nikki Perry. And if she dislikes you this much, what would make you ever think that if you take your child over there, she's going to not mistreat him? Exactly, Nikki Perry. I'm so glad that somebody understands where the fuck I'm coming from, because my kid's father and his fucking woman do not understand where I'm coming from. I'm like, why do you think I reached out and tried to have coffee with this bitch? Okay, I reached out after 2 years of absence during COVID, which is understandable with our distance, but I reached out and said, hey, you know what? This is, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm so-and-so. Can we talk? I would like to have coffee. Do you want to go out and have some coffee, or come to my house and have some coffee? 77 on the clock, 99. She immediately went off on me, guys. She cursed me out. She called me names. I was calm. I was proud of myself. In the past, I would be cursing her out right back. It would be a cat fight. That's not what happened. I'm innocent. At this point, I've healed. And I let her curse me out, and I said, are you done? Are you done? I'm calling for my son. This is not between you and me. I want my son to see his father. So I know you're in the picture, and I'm being respectful. And I'm calling you out of respect instead of calling his father and asking him to be a man with balls and come see his son. I'm calling you. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm calling you first to break the ice, because clearly she wears the pants in the relationship. And I wanted to clear some air with her. I wanted to be chill. I wanted to be like, hey, let's have some coffee, you know, and make some peace. I would like to think you're a nice person. I would hope to think that you would want to believe I am a good person, as I am the mother of this man's child that you claim to love. I would hope that you have as much care in your heart for us as you do for his other child and the good relationship you have with his mother. No, she wasn't having it. And you know why? Because she knew he was over the ex-wife, but she knew he wasn't over me. So that was just not going to go that way. I mean, that's the heart of it. She never said it, but that's the heart. That's the root of it. So anyways, I tried, guys. And like I said, this atonement, this feeling bad, having regret, remorse in my situation, and maybe many others. If you can use my situation as an example. When somebody has so much hurt from the past, so much guilt and drama, and yes, this woman has every reason to be upset because he keeps cheating on her with me. Period. I tried to be honest with her in the beginning, and she stayed, and she wanted marriage and babies and everything even after that. So I don't have any more remorse or guilt if anything bad happens to their connection because of whatever he's doing, because she was warned. The first time, it's shame on the other person. The second time, it's shame on you. And right now, it's shame on her. She knows what she got into, and the way she's treated me, and the way she's treated my son and disrespected me when I first tried to let her know what was going on originally when I discovered her. And then second time, when I tried to reach out to her and just get along, she's shot me down every time. Every time I've tried to be any kind of decent to her, I've been shot down. So I'm done. I've tried twice, and I'm not doing it again. Maybe for my son, I would do it again, but I really don't want to do it again. Does he truthfully have any feelings for me? Okay, so you're asking a personal question for you. Tiffany, I'm focused on my new career opportunities, blessings coming my way. That's right. I love it. Nikki Perry, they understand just like to act as though they don't. What would you want for your own kids? Pathetic. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, what would they want for their own kids? How would she feel if her son had to go off in a toxic situation like that? It would be terrible. What if the shoe was on the other foot? Let's just say she had a son with my current son's father. Let's say they had a baby, and he abandoned her and the baby, and then he's fucking her too anyways, and then I'm back with him, and then I'm demanding that her precious baby come in our presence without her, and I'm treating her like shit the entire time, saying she's a nobody and a whore, and this child was a mistake. How would she feel about leaving their child in our presence with no amends with me? I think we all know the answer. And I think deep down in her heart, she would know she would never leave her child in that position, especially if he was not being a good father to that child in the first place. So if they want to make me out to be the bad guy, they can, but it's ridiculous and it's stupid and it's denial and it's just, it's a bunch of horse shit, cat shit, dog shit. So there's my example, and maybe you guys have a similar example. Okay? But when somebody wants to be a better person, they have to atone for it. And that's why this card came out. It's like, okay, are you really sorry from your heart of hearts? Are those real tears of guilt and shame? Are you recognizing your sin? What are you willing to do? Let's read that. She devours darkness with her endless hunger for light and love, peace and redemption. See, somebody can have redemption, but you have to be relentless about it. No soul shall ever be forgotten, abandoned, or betrayed. Those people that believe in their own guilt, their own sin, and their own shame evoke the mighty tenderness that she feasts on to forgive their suffering and become light. But you have to be able to atone. And that's what this masculine needs to do. He needs to atone. And right now, this masculine is upset, trying to numb what really happened. And that's why we have, I'm just not ready right now. I'm sorry. And maybe this is, I'm just not ready right now to be with you. But maybe this is also, I'm just not ready right now to fix what I've done wrong. Could be. Because stepping into this new beginning with the feminine and the upright would be atoning for the sins, the shame, the guilt. Stepping into a new beginning on a silver platter is forgiveness. And that's what she wants to offer him or her. I want to forgive you. I want you to have peace and redemption. But in order to have redemption, you have to go after what you really want, Ace of Wands. And that's following your heart. But if you're not following your heart and all you're doing is following orders, not honoring yourself, not really following your heart, not being brave and courageous and going after what you really want, if you just care about what the world thinks of you, Hierophant, other people, community, oaths and promises, reputation, if you're more worried about that, then you are not truly ready for redemption. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, guys. Someone who, well, the masculine who's not ready for redemption. But also the masculine has such guilt. 3 of Swords in reverse. This is, I want to heal old wounds. I want to fix what was broken. And the masculine does miss you. And they want to communicate. Ace of Wands. There's a big missing here. We have worry. We have I never thought I'd miss you like this. And 6 of Cups. Thinking about the past. Missing the way it was. But not being able to really face the music. And like I said, guys, if my person really wanted to fix and atone for what he's done wrong to his child, he would stand up to the current person and tell her, look, you know, this is what's going on. He doesn't have to admit to her that he's been cheating on her. He doesn't have to admit to her that he's been unfaithful and lying about the past and the current. But he should tell her, this is my situation. I am a man. I have a child with somebody else. I've got a fucked up past. And right now, for my son, in order to see him, I have to be there. Or I have to meet with her. That's what I have to do. And I'm sorry that makes you uncomfortable. And I'm sorry you don't trust me. And he could cry and beg her and say, I'm so sorry. He could have a whole mountain of guilt and regret because he cheats on her all the time. That adds to the guilt. Not only does my person feel guilty about what he's done to his son and guilty for what he's done to me, he has guilt for what he's done to this next girl, which is commit to her and lie and cheat. There's a whole nother pile of guilt and remorse and sins and shame that he's got to deal with in their karmic situation. And the guilt he must feel with them. Not to mention the other ex-wife, and maybe one before that, and guilt with his parents. Like, you know, there's a lot of guilt. It's not just me. It's not just my kid's situation. It's not just my relationship. He's got guilt from everywhere. So, you know, in order to atone for this, he's got to try to make things right. And if he wants to Hierophant fix their connection now, and if all of a sudden the clouds have parted and there's a miracle and he wants to be faithful to her now after 3 years of being unfaithful, then so be it. Let the clouds part. Let him be a saint, an absolute saint in their relationship. Let him go be a saint now, if that's who he wants to be. But he still has to atone for what he did. Correct? Why do we have such scuzzy soulmates? I don't know, guys. But you know what I'm saying? That's the point. If you're going to do right, do right. But there has to be some facing of this. And for my person, like I said, face her. Tell her, this is my situation. I have a fucked up past. You knew this when you met me. I have to go be there for my son because I have to be there for my son. And if you think I'm going to cheat, you have every reason to believe it, because I have with her. Yes, I have. But you still have to deal with the fact that I have to see my kid. And right now, this is the only way to do it. I have to make atonement with her because we have a fucked up history, because we have a fucked up past. I didn't just hurt you, I hurt her. He's got to be honest with her and let her know that at least. She's hurt too. She's been abandoned, fucking put through hell, suffered, and I fucked around with her on top of it. She's hurting. She doesn't have any trust for me. None. And I'm trying to rebuild that. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Do you want to stick this out with me? Because you know those people that really love you, they're going to stick it out. The people that don't, they don't hang around. And they're not supposed to be in your life. So for my person in his current relationship, if she can't stick around knowing that he needs to be present in his past, then she's not ready. Because he is present in his ex-wife's life. She's remarried. But they see each other for barbecues, birthdays, like they have a relationship. And she's okay with that. Because he's not connected to her. But guess what? There is something that the girl he's currently with doesn't know. He still feels sad and has regrets about that first ex-wife. And I know that because I know him. He still is upset over the loss of that marriage before me and way before her. So there is some heavy guilt and regret from a previous relationship before me and before her. And she doesn't even really understand that, yet she's letting the ex-wife be around him at birthday parties and barbecues, and she's being friends with the ex-wife because the ex-wife is now remarried. But I can guarantee you every time that ex-wife is around, 111 Nikki Perry, every time that ex-wife is around, he feels tortured by the reminders of the ending of that marriage. And he still wished that never happened. Whether that was his life path or not, which it's not, I'm the soulmate, it doesn't matter. He still hurts because of that tower. And 1111 where Ted is. It's probably 1111 here right now. I'm speaking the truth, guys. But she doesn't know that. This girl that he's with, she doesn't even know that he regrets losing her and still thinks about it and still has tortures about it. And she's just sitting here taking pictures with the ex-wife like shit's sweet. Couldn't be greener on the other side. She's like, oh, me and the ex-wife get along so well. We're besties. Invite her over for a birthday. And I'm like, little do you know, bitch. This person still has heavy shame and guilt and sadness over her. Little do you know, bitch. And you're just throwing that bitch in his face. Ha. Shows how much she knows him. She doesn't know shit. I know. I know because I'm the soulmate. I know. And I understand that he feels guilty about the new girl too. And I almost feel bad for her too. She's ignorant. But like I said, I let her know what was going on from the goodness of my heart first. I shared that. She had every chance to be my friend or talk to me and know I was telling the truth and establish a connection. And either A, walk away from him because she knew the truth and she loves herself more, or B, stay but forgive and work something out with all of us and help him grow and say, listen, I'll stay with you even though you cheated on me with her. But you need to do right by your son and I. You know, me and her are good. We talk. You need to start being a better man. You know, we could have worked it out to where he wouldn't have fucked around with me anymore because she and I would have been talking. And he couldn't have gotten away with it. But she wanted to turn her back on me, disrespect me, and continue that.
As I was cleaning my room, this is the money I found in each of my clothes pockets.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. One of them got torn up though.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah. All right, we'll go soon, okay?
Okie dokie.
All right, guys, so I'm going to wrap up that little story and just say, you know, like I said, shame on the other person if it's their fault, but shame on you if you're the one who lets it go again. So I don't have any guilt. I don't have any guilt for her. And as far as I can see, when I told her how I felt and what I was going through and how I felt abandoned and how my son felt abandoned, I think she was more the homewrecker than me because she decided to stay with a man that was hurting us. And she decided to be with a man that did not address his past. She decided to be with a man that still wasn't legally divorced when she met him either and had drama. So she got with a man that A, wasn't legally divorced, B, had a second relationship with a child. She got with a man with that load of baggage. How many of you girls watching would step into that pile of shit? Raise your hand if any one of you guys would step into that pile of shit and actually expect a good outcome. And she thinks she's gotten a good outcome. She's got the tattoo now. She lives with him. She's got control. She dictates where he goes and doesn't go. But she's been a distraction from his real problems. And she lives the lie with him. So she's kind of an escape from his reality. She is literally an escape. Yeah, no one who loved themselves would be in that situation. Yeah. So she met him with that pile of shit. Drama. And now she continues to be with him even after she found out he was still messing around, okay? And even 3 years later, still messing around. And she's still looking at the park for him, driving around all night like, where is he? What's going on? Bitch, you know you don't trust him. That's why you don't let him go anywhere, but she stays. It's ridiculous. And she doesn't even have any kids with him. And she's not even legally married. Carla Kali, she's in denial. Yeah, she is in fucking denial. Eat me. I was thinking of a guy who has been married. Okay, so you've been thinking of a situation too. Anyways. Atone. The masculine has to atone. Period. There is heavy guilt and there will be forgiveness. But the only way for this forgiveness, there needs to be atonement. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling in this reading. And a tattoo, she's ludicrous and crazy equals tramp. Yeah. She got the tattoo. Because, you know, she had to have a mark. She's like, he's mine, because she's so insecure. Because the first wife was legally married when she met him. They weren't even legally divorced till like a year after they were seeing each other. And he had a child with me and was still seeing me. So she felt like one woman had the marriage and another woman had the child. So she had to fucking have something on him that we didn't have. Let's put a tattoo on there. Let's do that shit. So, you know, and now she wants a child. She wants to bring a fucking child into this shit show. Not only is his oldest child hurting from the original divorce and all the drama that went down with her little brother and I, but now this bitch wants to come in the picture, bring her son into that pile of shit drama, and on top of it, make another one. She wants to have another child to the mix. And if he's that stupid to have already fucked it all up and bring another one in, he's going to have way more karma and regret than he knows what to deal with. Because then he's going to have me and his son, who there's regrets and remorse and guilt for what he fucking did to us. And then he's going to bring another one with a woman in which he's never been faithful to. Before he met her, while he was with her, and it's going to be after. He's going to have something like that with someone that he's never been faithful to. Uh-oh, I smell trouble. But again, she's just using kids as pawns. They're not really humans to her. They're not people. She's just a fucking controlling bitch. I'm sorry to say so, but she's a controlling, manipulative, diabolical, insecure, psycho bitch. I'm sorry, but that's just how I see her. And I don't have any guilt for her. I don't feel bad for her. This is not, I feel sad for the karmic day. I don't. She's already been lit up with the truth. She already knows the truth. I've been lit that bitch up with the truth. She doesn't want to accept it. And her intuition is telling her, but she's still in denial, doesn't want to accept it. So believe me, nobody should have any guilt for her. The only thing I feel bad is he keeps telling her that he wants it with her. He keeps telling her he's sorry for her. He keeps feeling bad and wanting to commit to her, mostly because of her son, in which she's kind of adopted now, technically. Not literally, like physically, you know. But he's in this son's life for 3 years now. The boy doesn't have a father, so he feels guilty. What about his own fucking son? Isn't that twisted? He feels guilty about those children, his and her other son. But what about Matthew? He's been fatherless for 6 years. What about him? Growing up without a dad in the home. Hardly seeing his dad because this bitch manipulates it. Does he have any guilt about his own son? Isn't that twisted? He actually tells me when we talk how he feels bad for her and her son. And I'm sitting here like, excuse me? What the fuck about us? What the fuck about us? Eat me, if she's isn't married, that kid is not his. Exactly, they're not married. Oh my God, this made me cry. Thank you, Nikki. I love you. It's a really fucked up situation. He would have to be married for parental rights. Yeah, he doesn't really want parental rights with that situation. He's just emotionally attached is what it is. He's emotionally attached to that kid who's probably calling him dad. I'm assuming because she's the bitch that wants his daughter to call him bonus mom. So I'm sure she wants her son to call him dad. And since the son doesn't have a dad, he probably is. He was only like 10 or 11 when he met him. So now he's probably 14, 13, you know? So yeah, he's got guilt. And like I said, fuck that. What about your own? What about your own fucking son? This is that shit right there. That's that bullshit right there. But like I said, I don't feel bad for her. No guilt. I feel bad for the kids, but I don't feel bad for her. But shame on him for dragging them into it and keeping this going. Okay. Ted, sounds like what I want to ask my DM. Why is it so easy to hurt me, the DF, but so hard to hurt the nobody? Ted, I absolutely agree with you. Very good comment. That's what the DM struggles with regret. How is it so easy for me to worry about the karmics, but hurt the DF? That's a lot of that guilt. And believe me, that person is tortured with reminders of it. And that's why there's just heavy remorse and guilt. I can't even believe this is the oracle that came out about forgiveness. You know, Spirit wants to forgive. Hierophant is like atone. Come to God, confess your sins, atone, fix what the wrongs are. When you really want to repent, when you want redemption, you have to fix it. You have to do the right thing. You have to dedicate your life into fixing the wrongs. You can't just cry and feel bad. That's not good enough. You have to actually take actions and moves. And I think that's what the masculine's not ready to do, which is, you know, this card. I'm just not ready right now. I'm sorry. Okay? So, yeah, they're numbing. They're trying to avoid that guilt and shame, which is the sad truth. And yeah, there's a lot of hostility. There's a lot of hostility around. So anyways, Nikki Perry, forgiveness is starting to feel like an illusion to me now, almost like acceptance to the hurt you've caused. Yeah. So let's see. She comes when we need to know we have so much divine support for our purpose that we can't afford to handle what needs to happen with some care. Oh, I'm sorry, that we can afford to handle what needs to happen with care. We don't need to approach every conflict with guns firing. We can do some breathing space to instinctively let that happen. The divine knows how to accomplish things in the best way. If we strengthen our inner connection to the divine wisdom, we will know what to do and how to proceed. This oracle guides the masculine to be present and do only what feels correct and just in each moment, rather than to react or decide what he thinks his behavior should be based on thoughts or other people's opinions. You see, the best truth is, what does the heart tell you you should do? And do that. There is also the expression that what's done is done. In this emanation, as the consumer of sin, Kali Masa Nasini devours the past errors. This concept of sin is not intended to elect guilt or shame on our part, but give us a sense that we can become free from what has been as long as we learn from it. Yes, to allow it to continue to define us is the opposite. If we feel that what has been done is too great to deserve such compassion, remember that the Divine Mother's blessings are only able to bring benefit to all beings if the human believes they are worth this. If the human perspective sees that things in terms of winning at another's expense, that's wrong, but in the higher and truer view, it's simply not possible. True benefit comes from the spiritual benefit. What is truly right in the spirit, rather than at a matter of one person's opinion versus another. This is not physical court. This is a spiritual healing. When this oracle arises, it's a call to give up the past and your stories around it, especially those that teeter you to something you have long since outgrown or done wrong. Let yourself off the hook. Trust that if you've been beaten down, you will rise again with divine grace to believe in yourself on the path. You can overcome this. So again, it's like, if you really want to heal this situation, let the past go. You don't need to beat the masculine doesn't have to beat himself up to a bloody pulp and suffer and suffer and suffer and suffer because he's riddled with guilt and regret. He does not have to turn down every spiritual offer of joy, love, forgiveness, and happiness. See, the masculine is sabotaging because he feels low self-worth, bad, low-key about the dirt that's been done. And he won't let it go. He's tortured, or she tortured. And it's just, you gotta let it go. The masculine's got to be forgiven, got to move forward, but he's so worried that he can never atone for what's been done wrong. Ted, you think it's Loki. Yeah, it's basically Loki. He can make amends for his wrongs. Just like I said, my kid's father could make amends. He could come in and fix everything. He could say, Steph, I'm not that person anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to cheat anymore. I don't have any more feelings for you. I just want to be here for my son. I'm happy to come and see him at your house. I'll show up every week, 2-3 times a week, dedicate myself to seeing him. I'll help him with homework. I will not answer the phone from my person because that's disrespectful around him. I will give him my dedicated time. That's what you want. That's what he needs. That's what he wants. He wants my one-on-one. And I will be the father I need to be for him. I just want to be a better father. I just want to be a better person. And I just want to do right by this person I'm with. I fucked it up with you. I fucked it up with my ex-wife. And I fucked it up with everybody else. But I don't want to continue to fuck it up. So as of today, I hope you can forgive me. And I hope the universe can forgive me. And I hope my son can forgive me. And I hope that I can just be the good man that I need to be. See, that would be wonderful. That would be atonement on my person's part. And then they can go off and live happily ever after. And so can my son and me and everyone. But guess what? In my situation, that's not the truth. Because the truth is, in my situation and in yours, DF, he's denying his heart. He's denying what he really wants. Because what my person really wants is me. And I know that, but in order to be with me, he has to change. He has to man up, own up, face the inner demons, face his childhood pain and trauma, heal. See, that's what he's not willing to do yet. And that's that whole card. I'm just not ready right now. I'm sorry. That's that shit right there. Okay? Because my person is numbing, just like your person. So even if he came to me with that kind of an apology, it's not real. Because the Ace of Wands is the true desire. And the true desire is to come out of abandonment and come out of brokenheartedness with me. You guys say, well, how do you know that? Are you kidding me? This person is into me. Are you kidding me right now? I'm not going to share my details, but I know. We have an intimate situation. We have confessions. We have feelings that have been expressed and come to the surface. Okay? And not to mention we see 1111 and 111 all the time between me and him. And we're constantly brought back together even when we try to avoid each other. Believe me, it's all there. There is this unspoken, I still want you, but I can't have you. And it's all because I'm taboo. I'm the one that started it all. I'm the one that came in during an initiation period of his life, twin flame bullshit, where he was letting go of a lot of his past life stuff and having to get divorced and having to go through all these things and face truths. And we did see each other for what we were. And then there was this triggering and the separation, which was good because it helped me do this. It helped me find myself, grow, and get out of codependencies and conquer my past life trauma and conquer my issues that I've always dealt with. Him and I have definitely conquered. Well, I know I've conquered a lot because of him. And I'm very grateful for that. And I could just move on. Look at that. See? 111. I told you I see 1111 and 111 with him. 111 minutes. This is what the fuck happens to me, guys. And I could move on with that. But you see, we have this connection to where over the eclipse, it happened again. There was this bringing together and this revelation, fucking tower moment, Ace of Wands, that there is still a great deal of affection, love, and attraction here between us. Now, he's still in denial about love. He doesn't think that it's love, but I'm not stupid. He doesn't want me to believe that, but I know. He can play whatever he wants to play. I fucking know. And he keeps getting drawn to me for healing. Every time he needs to face his truth, who's he drawn to? Me. Because I represent the light. I represent the light and the truth. And he cannot stand to be around me and deal with the truth. So he'd much rather numb and go fucking be in denialville, karmicville with this one. Okay? And she's living a lie. He's living a lie. They're all living a fucking lie. And meanwhile, I know what he really wants. And I have what he really wants. But she'll never know that. She'll never fucking know that. She wants to stay there in denial. Meanwhile, who's getting the communication, the air energy? Sometimes you guys ever heard that song, it's not where he's at, it's where he wants to be. And that's my person's entire perspective. It's not where he's at with her, it's where he wants to be. And this is where he wants to be. Ace of Wands, Three of Swords in reverse, King of Wands, he's not following his heart in the current situation. Okay? And that's the same with your DM, who is in this reading. It is the same. It is the same. Your DM is the same in my DM's energy. They're all DMs. They're all divine masculines. They're all going through this energy, which is, I'm not really where I want to be. And where I want to be, I think I want to be there. I want to be a better man or a better woman, but my mind is tortured because I'm really not on the right path. I'm trying, I'm fighting to be a better person. I have so much guilt, but I miss this person. Let's just face facts. I miss this person, and I never thought I'd miss this person the way I do. So anyways, the DM is really having a hard time. But that's the oracle for the DM. Okay, let's get some more DF energy. Let's see. Okay, so Divine Feminine situation. What's going on with this? Divine Feminine. You speak to me through music. Okay, songs, music, things like that. communications. The divine feminine almost feels like, see, this is what happens to me too. See, somebody said lost without you, Sabrina Bennett. And I just pulled out, you speak to me through music. In my particular situation, just to share some of the synchronicities I get, even while doing readings, is Robin Thicke, Lost Without You. And we just pulled this card. You guys know that song. I'm lost without you, can't help myself. You know that song by Robin Thicke? Yeah. So you see how the syncs happen? For me, even as a reader, in my own situation, how does it sync up for you? What signs do you see? That person's comment, lost without you, and then the music hit me like a ton of bricks. I instantly knew, and I've been thinking about that song for like a week, but I haven't played it. But do you see how the syncs happen? That's how the synchronicities happen. That's how you know you're connected telepathically and spiritually. Okay? All right. So the feminine also says, I want to be more than friends. Okay? Which is, again, my situation. My masculine wants to be friends with benefits or just friends. I want to be more than friends. So I'm syncing up with the divine feminine energy. How are you syncing up? Are you syncing up in a masculine energy? Or are you syncing up in a feminine energy? Ask yourself those questions. Divine feminine, please. We need to let each other go. The feminine can't do this anymore. The feminine's like, if you want to be friends, I can't. I mean, I have a son, so I could literally be friends. But there would always be feelings there. We both know that. But I'll do what I have to do. For those of you that don't have children, it's going to be even easier for you to let this person go. But the point is, the divine feminine says, I left when I saw you with someone else. And that's why the divine feminine is like, I've got to let you go. Because I can't be your friend. There's some family ties here. I'm devoted to you. I'm ready to release you if that's what you want. Crossroads. I literally told my masculine the other day, he was like, you don't understand. I'm stuck in this situation. Me and my daughter would really suffer if we had a breakup. That was his excuse to me. And I heard that excuse 6 years ago when he was trying to get a divorce from her mother. Same excuse. I'm having a difficult situation. I can't. Really? Anyways, same excuse. We're back. We're back to that shit again. The karmic lesson. Now he's with this one and he's saying, I want to go, but I can't. It would really fuck up my situation with my child. And I'm assuming it's financial or other reasons. But we're back to that again? And that's the crossroads. And he wants to tell me, you don't understand. I literally can't separate right now. And I said, no, fuck that. You have a choice. You have a choice. You can go be in this connection with me, or you can be in that connection with that person. But it's a fucking crossroads. Don't play me. Don't act like you don't have a fucking choice. I mean, that's where I'm at. I'm like, I have a big house. I've got a life. I've got your kid. I've got money. I've got a whole life together. I'm not needy or clingy or codependent. I'm completely independent. He has a soft place to land over here, but not really. If he had a soft place to land with me, he would have to deal with healing, changing, introspection, and awareness. Those are some things that he is not ready to deal with. Literally this card, I'm just not ready right now. You know, my person's not ready to face the awakening, really. Not the true awakening and redemption. He could live a very happy life with us and redeem himself. He could be fully redeemed. But he would have to expose himself as a liar. Because he's already spent his whole life telling his ex-wife, his friends, and his current person that I'm a piece of shit, that I'm someone toxic, that I'm a liar and a deceiver, and that I am someone he doesn't want. All of that couldn't be further from the truth. But do you see, if he took that crossroads, he would have to deal with that backlash. He would have to deal with that backlash. And he's just not ready for that. He's just not fucking ready. And I don't know about your guys' person, but your person must be resonating with my DM, because it sounds very similar in the DM energy. The whole DMs for the collective sounds very familiar to my story and yours. And even though they have a choice to be with you, feminine, or their current situation, you know, they give you excuses. And we got that yesterday, excuses and escapism. They're going to give you excuses because they're still living in their excuses. See, someone said exactly the same. Nikki Perry, exactly the same. Robin Jude, yes. See, it's all the same. You guys are feeling the energy. It's not just me. I'm just sharing my story. I'm the reader. But I'm not doing a reading personally for me. I don't even read for myself. I don't trust myself. My cards are biased. I don't ever trust doing readings for myself. I always want to get a reading from somebody else. That's how I feel. Sabrina, yes, that's exactly what I'm dealing with. See, we've already got 3 people that have resonated with what the fuck I've been saying. And just so you guys know, my story just resonates with people. I'm sharing it for resonation. This is not my story. I'm just saying that me as a reader, I see synchronicities in this story in my own. And a lot of people see synchronicities in this story in their own, even though it's a collective reading. This is like the collective energy for the DMs. It involves family. It involves commitments. It involves reputation. It involves holding back on communication. And it involves denial of one's own desires and feelings. It also involves heavy guilt and remorse and regret, in which this person feels unworthy to receive forgiveness and an ultimate gift of a fresh new start with the feminine. So we also have self-sabotage. So in a nutshell, that's what's going on in the DM situation. In the DF situation, it is holding back with the Hanged Man, watching and observing. Okay? Robin, your story helps explain the cards in real life. Thank you. And that's exactly what I was trying to do. 1:22:12 on the clock when you said that. I'm trying to share so you guys can see the cards don't lie and how they show up in real life. That's exactly it. Now, in the Divine Feminine situation, it's observation, Hanged Man, taking a step back, feeling like you have to sacrifice and let things go. We have release. We need to let each other go. It's like you're letting the masculine go. And for the past couple weeks, the collective feminine has been in the energy of freeing the butterfly. If you let something go and it comes back, it's truly yours. If it doesn't, it was never yours. That is the energy of the feminine. I'm not controlling the outcome. I'm not controlling the situation. You go be released and live your life and do what you need to do for you. I will still love you from afar. The moon card is I'll love you from afar. Every time you look at the moon, remember me. I'm looking at the moon thinking of you. Every time you look at the stars, think of me. I'm thinking of you. It's that telepathy. It's that spiritual 5D union. So the divine feminine and the masculine are still bonded. If not in a soul family, spiritual family, biologically by a family. But the divine feminine says we will always be bonded and no one can break that. No one can break it. Again, you guys speak to each other through music and songs. And the feminine in a collective reading really, again, just wants more commitment. The feminine does not want to just be a friend, an acquaintance, or a friend with benefits. And if that's where it leads, the feminine says we need to let each other go. Because the feminine's not going to give herself or himself to someone that is unawakened. And the feminine does want to leave if the masculine is with somebody else, because they do not want to interfere with the Hierophant's devotion, but also the honesty and devotion to herself or his self as the feminine. The feminine says, I deserve commitment. I deserve to be chosen. I deserve to have that level of love. I do not deserve to be put down on this friend level. I deserve a high level relationship. So the feminine is definitely releasing a low level relationship. So the divine feminine is releasing low level connections, even if it's a twin flame, even if it's a divine soulmate. Puna, yes, yes, yes to everything, Stephanie. You're so spot on. Thank you so much. See, another person's resonating. I just want to make that clear for you guys watching, because a lot of people say, oh, you're talking about your story. No, I'm not. I'm sharing part of my story, but this is a collection. This is a collection of people and feelings and stories. It's a collective reading. I'm just partaking and saying I also resonate, so you guys can see what's going on. Okay? Anyways, it's been for the feminine, it's been I love you very, very deeply, and I'm going to let you go. I'm healing from past life trauma. And the divine feminine is fiercely protected by the universe, by God and her angels. Her gifts are rapidly expanding. So anyways, the feminine says, you have a choice. You don't have to be where you're at. And I told my kid's father the same thing. He said, I can't leave. I can't do this and that. Listen, I never asked you to leave. Number one, this reader right here never asked my kid's father to leave his situation. And I never will. I don't fucking need to ask. You know where you need to be. I don't need to ask. But the fact that he thought he needed to explain to me why he was there and that he couldn't leave was his own guilt, because I never asked. That was an admission of his own. He brought that information to me without ever even bringing it up, because he had regret, and he knew in the telepathic energy we have that I was thinking you should be here with me. But he read my mind, he got the message, and he responded physically and said, I can't leave this situation. There's a lot going on that you don't know about, and it would really screw us up. I responded with, I never asked you to. You do what you need to do. But also, I said, you have a choice. I told him that. Don't act like you don't have a choice. Where you're at is a choice. If you want to be there for financial reasons, that's a choice. If you want to be there for her son, that's a choice. If you want to be there because your families are connected in some way, that's a choice. You don't have to fucking be there. You can release yourself at any fucking time you want to go. And by the way, the grass is greener over here. I just thought you should know. You know? And to be honest, guys, listen, my person is stupid. A little bit. I don't mean to put him down. I love him. But he's kind of stupid. He's with this girl. They share a 1-bedroom apartment. They've got 2 kids. They don't share one together, but they're raising him part-time. I don't know where her kid, I don't know what's going on with this girl. She doesn't even want a room for her kid. I don't fucking know. But she's there. She wants to bring another baby in the mix. They're in a 1-bedroom apartment. I don't understand. It's a nice apartment. It's a big apartment, but it's still a 1-bedroom. Has a garage, but he got that for himself. She kind of bombed him. She kind of went in and was like, this is my place too. She didn't ask for more. She didn't ask for a 2-bedroom. They've been there 3 years. 3 years. Didn't ask for a 2-bedroom. And she has a mediocre job. She claims to own her own business, but she works for another company. She works in a business. So it's not technically her own. It's just she has a skill that she can take places. Kind of like a hairstylist, you know? You have a certificate and a skill, but you don't have your own business till you have your own building, till you have your own business. You know what I mean? So she doesn't make a lot of money. It looks like her mom has a decent amount of savings or money or retirement, but she needs that for herself. And she's got siblings that seem to be fun and involved, but she's kind of a mess. And she has a son from somebody else who's not in the picture. Not because he's dead, but because he's just not in the picture. And from what I understand, he doesn't pay child support. So she's just on her own with this kid. Who knows what happened? And she got introduced to my kid's father somehow. And again, like I said, he was legally married when he met her, and he had me and our son going on as well. They got involved. And like I said, she's jumping into his 1-bedroom apartment. He was trying to escape from a marriage. I was hoping he could get out on his own, have his own place, and heal. But then she gets involved. And now she's heavily involved. And like I said, I don't know, she was an escape for him. She didn't know his real story. She didn't know what he did to his ex-wife. She didn't know what he did to me. She didn't know his friends' histories. She just knew what he wanted to be. So she is an escape. And now the rest is history. You guys know the story. But he has a choice. That's the point. Are you going to release it? Because the feminine's like, you don't have to be stuck with this. And like I was trying to tell you guys, she's not all that in a bag of chips. She's just not. She's pretty. She's not drop dead gorgeous. She's a decent person. She's not a good person. She may have love for him and romance and affection and love for him and a heart for him. That's romance. But she doesn't really care about his child or him, or she would want what's best for them and be unselfish. So no, she's not a really good person. She's argumentative, she's insecure, and she's abusive. And she's cruel to me and to others. I think she's got a cold, snake-hearted thing about her. I think she can be a snake when she wants to be. I also think she's very sly and sneaky. She's manipulated him with phone crap before, and she's doing it again. She's trying to trap him. And I believe she's a trapper. And I believe, this is just my intuition, but I believe she tried to fuck up her kid's father's life in her history where she was probably worse, more psycho, and I think she scared him the fuck off. I think that man left for good reason. I think she was one level next to psycho. And he just had to get the fuck away. I think she was definitely crazy. Who knows what happened? Maybe she tried to trap him with a kid. I don't know. But she was crazy. That's what my intuition tells me. And I think her mom knows that her daughter's got issues compared to her other kids. I think she's taken care of her daughter financially and helped her as a single mom, but she knows her daughter's got some psychological issues. And I do think there is a mental disorder with her in some sense. And I think the mother's aware of it. But she just wants her daughter to be happy and taken care of. Her whole family wants her to be taken care of. But I know for a fact that my kid's father cannot take care of her the way that she wants to be taken care of. In fact, he needs assistance from her. So that's not going well. So when it comes to crossroads for my person, choosing between me or this person, I think it's an easy choice. A, I'm independent and need no one. B, I'm healed. C, I think I'm pretty good looking and obviously attractive enough to keep him turned on all these years. C, or is it D? I have his son. Hello, we're a family. And last and not least, we're soulmates, divine soulmates and twin flames. Plenty of reasons to pick me. Okay? Plenty of reasons to pick me. But he's not. He's picking that situation because why? He's just not ready to heal and deal. And your person could be in the same boat. So if you're like me, you're a divine feminine, you're the better choice. Look, 1:33:11 on the clock. If you're a better choice, but this person's not choosing you, then there's a fucking reason. They're just not ready to heal. There's no reason for my person not to pick me, except for the fact, like I said, he's got to face his demons and embarrass himself in front of all these people that he's lied to us about, because then everyone would be looking at him saying, what are you doing back with her? Isn't she the psycho one? Isn't she the crazy one? Isn't she the one you hate? Isn't she the one that did this and this to you? Isn't she the one? You know, he's ruined our reputation. Ruined it. No one knows he's been seeing me all these years. No one knows how he feels about me. No one knows how he kisses me and touches me and holds me. No one knows what he confesses to me. No one knows that he needs hugs from me. No one knows that he needs to reach out from me. No one knows that he wants to let loose and relax with me. No one knows that shit. They don't know. They have a complete different idea of me and his connection. He's got to deal with that, guys. My person's got to deal with that reputation, and so does yours. A lot of you guys have someone that is fake and self-sabotaging and created an illusion for the world to see. So anyways, Divine Feminine's over here saying, you can go. I release you. Do what you need to do. Let's get some other information. Spirit, can you guide and direct me for the Divine Feminine message? See, my chest is hurting right now. Like I'm having a pain or an anxiety attack. But it's like a pain in my chest, and I know it's his. I know right now he's feeling that. That's how connected I am to my twin. I know right now he's experiencing anxiety or a chest pain right now, wherever he is. Right now. It's almost like he can feel me talking about him, and it gives him anxiety. That's the connection I have with my twin. Anyways, we have third party situation here for the Divine Feminine coming out. We have 5 of Swords in reverse. This is, I'm done. I don't want to fight over the third party anymore. 5 of Swords is conflict and deception and trickery and betrayal. Okay? And it's done. It's over. We're over it. 5 of Swords in reverse. I don't want to have conflict. I don't want to keep going back and forth. I'm not out for blood. I'm not out to be right. I'm not out to prove a point. I'm not out to have revenge. I'm just done hurting over the third party. I'm done bleeding and I'm done hurting. That's what the Divine Feminine says. Ticking time bomb. I'm done with it. Boom. Kaboom. The fight is gone. If there was ever a fight in the Divine Feminine to fight for this love connection, the Divine Feminine in the collective right now is, I'm not going to fight. I'm giving it, releasing it to the universe. I'm letting you go. Go do you. I'll be devoted to the universe. I'll be devoted to myself. This is pulling back, Hanged Man, introspection. The moon going in feelings and deep thoughts and meditation. And now we have High Priestess in the upright. Because the Divine Feminine knows she is the High Priestess. Or he. That we are intuitive creatures. We are psychic creatures. We are divine beings. We have gifts. We have abilities. We see through the tools of divination. We see all things telepathically, through readings, through tarot, through palmistry, through psychic hits. The crow, the raven on her shoulder tells her secrets. We get messages from the other side. We are in tune with what's going on spiritually. We don't need to hear it in the physical. And we don't need to see it in the physical because we see it with our third eye. And the fact that the Divine Feminine is getting all her answers through tarot. The Divine Feminine's like, I'm in communication and I get answers through tarot. Hanged Man, Moon, High Priestess. Very high Pisces energy in the feminine. Very high Pisces today because it's all about release and letting go. But there's also Gemini and Scorpio, okay? And Cancer. But that's all feminine energy, okay? So all the water signs and Gemini. Very hot for the feminine energy right now. Just finding peace, going within. And again, the High Priestess is being quiet. Pulling back. The Divine Feminine's not going to communicate with the masculine. Maybe if she does communicate, she'll communicate very little. A very tiny amount. The Divine Feminine is mostly going to connect to the masculine through telepathy and through 5D and maybe through means of magic. But there's going to be communication in the heart space, communication in the mind, communication in dreams with the moon card. So there is other forms of communication than just phone and in person. And that's what the Divine Feminine is saying. Next, we have the Page of Wands. They cannot deny the sexual chemistry that is here for each other. Whoops. There's also some kind of sexual tension between the feminine and the masculine. Sexual tension. So you guys are yearning and desiring and wanting one another, and it's like a dance. You feel it, he feels it. It just keeps coming. The Wheel of Fortune is it's all in divine timing. Let's get some romance angels. I hear the birds chirping. I think better is to come. Spirit, what does the feminine have to look forward to in her life as far as love? The love connection. True love is coming into your life. Free yourself. Look at that. True love. We keep getting true love like all week. This is the romance of a lifetime. So the masculine is your true love. But again, you're freeing them and you're freeing yourself. Saggy energy. It's safe for you to love is the next one. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So you're loving this person from afar. You're loving this person by releasing this person. Also, we had family. Now we have your love life is being affected by children. For the feminine. And that's exactly what's going on. There's some kind of childhood situation or a child that has affected this. You guys have an immense amount of chemistry with this person. There's a strong magnetic connection here with you and him, or you and her. You already know this. And you've already met the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. You know they're it. You know they're the one. Then you have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And that's what you're feeling. You probably are literally just separated right now. Finances and career affect your love life. You guys are worried about money. They're worried about money quite possibly. There is romantic feelings here coming up very soon. You're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation very soon. Passions are flying left and right between you guys. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. You know, it's happening, guys. Okay, Divine Feminine, what is the oracle for you? (202) over there. Okay. So what is the oracle, please, for the Divine Feminine energy? Okay, it's one of these two. This is Chinnamasta. It's this one. Chinnamasta. The head decapitated. And I just saw something about this today. It was the Rahu Mahadasha. And I was watching a video about it and just learning about the story and the history of the Devas and the Asuras and how he disguised himself to get the sweet nectar, okay, from Vishnu, who, was it Vishnu? No, it wasn't. It might have been. Oh, I can't remember. But who was giving the nectar to the Devas, and he snuck and got it, and then the god cut his head clean off. That's what happened to Rahu and Ketu. But anytime he kills someone, it was Vishnu, thank you, I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. So anytime Vishnu kills in his body, in his form, the person he kills is attached and a part of Vishnu. So they're godlike now. They can live forever. And so they represent liberation. That's what Rahu and Ketu represent, liberation. And that's what this is, liberation. And Rahu tests you, the north node of the moon, to go after things that you want and get attached to and obsess on. And then the lower part of him, which is Ketu, teaches you to let it go. So it's all about liberation, going after what you want, succeeding in having it, and then releasing it. That's the act of love. Puna. Vishnu chopped his head off with the chakra weapon when he realized it was Rahu and not a Deva. Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing that. Any other information you have on that would be great. Bottom of the deck is Karaga, which is like death, and it's about cutting things out that are toxic for you. And I do want to visit that, feminine. I do want to visit it and just tell you, 1:44 on the clock, this is a message for you, feminine. Just because someone is your twin flame or soulmate, you already know this. I'm speaking to the choir, but I'm just going to remind you. You don't deserve toxic treatment. And just because someone's divine and they're your divine soulmate doesn't mean they get to treat you toxically. And it doesn't mean you need to accept it. Stop it! It also doesn't mean just because someone's divine that they're not toxic. We all have a shadow side and a light side. It's his birthday. Be nice to him. It doesn't matter. You be nice to him. It's his birthday. Now close the door.
I said happy birthday and this happened, but he doesn't want me to play sumo. I'm just playing.
Okay. Close the door. Go wash your hands. I'm going to light a candle, guys. I was trying to give a message about just because somebody's divine doesn't mean they don't carry toxic traits. I think a lot of you guys get confused by thinking when somebody's divine, they must be innocent and pure and true love and like all good things, white as snow. And people get confused when you read divine soulmate, divine partner. It's not all cupcakes and rainbows. Your divine partner also comes with karma and toxicity. You're supposed to liberate yourselves from this. That's what makes it divine. Otherwise, it would just be some basic relationship that you learn nothing from and gain nothing from, period. And you just stay stuck in some stupidity and you've never grown. They wouldn't be divine. So these are divines. Perna, no, they have picked toxicity from the 3D matrix. We all have. And even the feminine has picked up toxicity. Clinginess, codependency, low self-worth, obsession, fear, anxiety. The feminine picks up on toxicity. And the feminine has been very toxic in the past. Obsessive, controlling, jealous, insecure, you name it. The feminine has been in toxic energy. Absolutely. Okay? So, we all have that toxic trait. This is the number 20 for the feminine. So, sacred severance is her radical grace. She is our soul's power to shed and survive, to outgrow and evolve. Oh my God, feminines, get your body feeling all these chills right now. Divine feminine has radical grace. She is shedding the masculine and her need of him. She is shedding her connection to the masculine. She is outgrowing the masculine and feminine union, and she is evolving to a much higher high priestess and much more into her spiritual abilities and powers. Because when her soul separates itself from which it once relied on something, it begins to view itself differently from the world, separately from a group, a collective, or a belief system that can no longer support the truths of the feminine's heart. Yeah, I got chills. Can you guys see my goosebumps? You can't. The high priestess, the moon, and my gifts are expanding rapidly. The divine feminine is just stepping away and outgrowing this union masculine feminine bullshit. I'm sorry. But right now the feminine's like, you're unawakened, but I'm awake. We don't mesh. 88 people watching. And that's self-love. That's in self-empowerment. It's liberation. And the divine feminine has now detached her or his-self away from the need of union and away from the codependency of the masculine by saying, I don't need that, and I don't need you, and I don't need this union. I release you and I let you go. We need to let each other go. Even came out. The feminine's like, I'm ready to just do this. because I will not tolerate toxicity or anything that's going to hinder my higher values, because you're evolving. So whatever doesn't support the truth of the feminine's heart, she is the capacity and sovereignty and courage that is required for self-liberation. You guys are overcoming your Rahu and your Ketu placements. There may be a transit that's going over your Rahu and Ketu. Do you guys check your Navamsha? Check your birth chart. Is Rahu and Ketu in Aries and Libra? Somewhere in one of your charts. Maybe the moon chart, D4, maybe the D9 marriage chart, maybe the birth chart, the Rashi, D1. Check. There's some kind of a Rahu-Ketu connection in Aries and Libra, or the 1st and 7th house. So if it's not Aries and Libra, it might be the 1st and 7th house. Or maybe it's both, I don't know, but there is a deep connection here. But the feminine's transit is affecting the liberation from this connection. So 1st and 7th house, or Aries and Libra, check it, because I think it's in there somewhere for you guys. Anyways, it says she has the capacity and the courage required to liberate herself. Any system of oppression within the feminine's mind and world is being overcome. She now has the power to sever her attachment to the past. 11:11, yep. To the past, and focus on an inner regeneration and reorientation, healing into a path that is worthy of her heart. Oh, shit. Fuck. I mean, wow. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm like goosebumps. I am really digging this message for feminine. You're just like, go. I never wanted to keep you here anyway. You are not bound to me. You don't owe me a fucking thing. I don't want your ring. I don't want your oath, your vow, or your marriage. Shove it up your ass. I'm worth more than this 3D worldly connection. I am your soulmate, divinely guided, or I am your twin flame. I am so much higher on another level than this 3D connection, fucking semi-real bullshit that's not even real. Very strong Pisces. Feminine is like, this is not real. This is just not real. I'm disconnecting from it. I deserve more. I deserve so much more. The feminine is like, I deserve a deep, profound connection. I deserve your soul to be in unification with mine. I deserve your mind to be awakened with my mind. I deserve that connection. I'm not seeking just a 3D marriage or a 3D love interest or a 3D union. I have so much more on my mind. So you can go. I'll see you next lifetime. Maybe I'll see you when you wake up. I'll probably see you in your dreams tonight. I'll probably keep talking to you telepathically because I know we're connected at a much higher level. But I will separate from this. So the Divine Feminine is separating. We're going to get a bomb-ass message of where the Divine Feminine is headed in this connection because of the change. Where is the Divine Feminine headed in the connection, please? Because of the change. This radical liberation from Rahu and Ketu, Aries, Libra, or 1st and 7th house. What is this radical change? Where is the feminine headed, please? Reveal through the moonlight cards where we're going. A time to give rather than, oh my God, we got Virgo. Double Virgo. Feminine, you might be headed to be in a relationship with a Virgo, or you could have Virgo in your chart, or you have a Venus Virgo or a Jupiter Virgo, or your lover has strong Virgo. But let's just disregard that zodiac sign confirmation. These are both the same, which is twin flame energy. Polar opposites, full and new moon, they're different. One is pulling, one is giving. This is the same energy as Rahu and Ketu, which is a pulling and a pushing. yin yang. So anyways, we've got this going on. It's a time to give rather than take, and you're good enough. I guess I have to read both. You're doing both. You are balancing out your nodes. Okay, you as a feminine are balancing out your karma. When this card comes up in the feminine's reading, it's time to take stock of your situation with your divine partner. Where are you guys, and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests that you and your divine soulmate and the Virgo energy can have a restart, and a clever one that's simple and well organized. This is a card of second chances, by the way. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it. So if you've been dealing with health issues, that's now on the mend. Also, it's about changing routines, getting alternative therapy, clean eating, feeling if a situation is blocked at the moment, that it could be someone's overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less of what someone else can do for you and think more about what you can do for them. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to the details if you want success. Be of service of this love relationship and be in service of others in business, and money will follow. Also, the person that you're thinking about today is reliable. All right, Divine Feminine, now we're going to get the full moon in Virgo. It's like you give and take. I almost feel like you give to this relationship, but you also release this relationship. You're giving love and forgiveness and healing, but you're also releasing and pulling back. Like you're taking your own space. You're taking your own much needed energy and time away. So it's a push and pull, give and take. So anyways, this says it's time to really be honest with yourself, feminine, and understand what has led you here to watch this reading. Have you been humble? So humble and so small to the point where you've been self-effacing? Humility in a situation that you've been in with this person is good. But sometimes your humility can become humiliation and you can go too far down. Drawing this card suggests that you may have been undermining yourself and not giving yourself enough respect and glory. You are beautiful and powerful and fascinating, and you're also very influential. Don't undermine that. Don't be so humble to the point you don't know who the fuck you are, High Priestess. Divine Feminine 111 on the screen. Too humble. You remember who you are, High Priestess. Also, maybe someone here in your connection has been too picky. But the full moon in Virgo is about truthful answers. Once you've given them, it should be easier to see where you are and where you want to go. Your next step should be then more obvious to you. Pay attention to the details. Hard work does bring results. Find balance between the cosmic and your mundane earthly life. Additional meanings and warnings. Worrying too much will attract more to worry about. So stop worrying. Have you been overly critical maybe, or has someone? Whoever's been overly critical about this, an apology is on the way, or an apology is in order. Also, stop second guessing yourself. Yes, you are that powerful. Yes, you're attracting what you are and how you feel about yourself, and you're projecting what you're getting. Yes. Stop second guessing that. Third, raise your karma by doing something good for someone else. Damn. You guys need a little bit more pride. You've been, what I'm feeling for the feminine is you've been downplaying yourself. You've been making yourself feel this big. You've been projecting this, you're less than. You've been projecting, I'm only a friend. You've been projecting that you need to let each other go and you're just, you know, you've got issues here, conflicts. You've been projecting this. And I think right now you're looking at it like, wow, I am that powerful. What I think about has actually been reflected to me. If I think I'm not good enough, I'm obviously not being chosen. If I think I'm a third party, I am the third party. If I think they're not going to choose me, I'm not being chosen. If I think that I'm not worthy of divine true love and commitment, that's what I'm projecting. I'm attracting that. I'm getting people in my life that will not commit to me. If I'm thinking and feeling like I'm not ready at this moment for love and commitment, then this is what I'm projecting. My life is a mess. I'm literally in shambles. I'm not ready. I can't really have that connection right now. I am realizing with a new perspective, through the glory of God and the universe and an awakening, that I am projecting my reality. The story that I tell myself, the story that resonates in my heart is what I'm experiencing. And if I don't want to experience this existence, I need to change my story. I cannot tell myself this negative story about my person. If I tell myself my person is egotistical, selfish, and not ready, what do you think I'm going to see from my person? Exactly that. If I tell myself that my person doesn't really love me and is choosing the other person, what do you think I'm going to hear, witness, and see? That's the story I'm telling myself. He's only projecting to me what I've attracted to me. My soulmate is me in another body, in another form, another projection. This is all that higher self Piscean. You see how deep Pisces goes? Pisces goes into the psyche. Pisces goes into the universe. Pisces goes deep into the emotions. We're going very deep here, guys. Spiritually deep. Deep divers. Deep divers. Breathing in that good-ass prana, baby. Right? So you guys need to realize this is all a projection. You are the machine with the movie film that you are watching. Anyways, so that's what's going on, okay? So we're projecting. Give me a message from the universe. Almost done. Give me a message from the universe. Give me a message from the universe. Indecision. Empathy. Have empathy for yourself and have empathy for each other, okay? You should love each other. But someone's in indecision. And again, we have that crossroads. So I think the masculine is an indecision, you know, and you're just like, I release you. I'm not even an option anymore. You don't have to pick me because I take myself off the menu. I'm not on the menu. And if you ever want me to be on the menu again, you better drop the act and you better not have a third party involved because I will leave when I see you with someone new. So the feminine's like, we're not doing this third party bullshit anymore. We had the ticking time bomb on the third party card. You guys know that. I can't find the third party card at the moment, but it was here. There it is. Yeah, this is what the divine feminine yanked out. It's like, we're not having this anymore. I'm throwing the bomb on the third party. I won't do it. You are finally standing up for yourself and realizing that you have been projecting in humiliation and humbly lowering yourself to a third party position. And you now realize that. You were unawakened at the moment when you were doing it. You were humbly being devoted to this person, but at the same time devaluing yourself. And you're just like, I'm worth more than that. I don't even want that. See, there was a point where you wanted to fight. Five of Swords. There was a point where you were fighting for a position. Fighting to put yourself there. But then you realized, nope. I'm worth more than that. And if you're in indecision about me and another person, forget it. I'm off the menu. So this says, use your intuition in all aspects of life. Your soul is spirit manifesting in the physical dimension. Even though you may feel like you're limited by the constraints of this 3D dimension and your physical body, your connection to the infinite wisdom of the universe is always available to you in the form of intuition. You are never alone when making a decision. Spirit only wants what's best for you. And by listening to your inner voice, you will always be guided to the proper outcome. All you have to do is ask. The expectation of others is only an illusion. You are not born to listen to fear. You were taught to listen to it. Visualize any decision in your life as a fork in the road. How does your body react when you imagine your travels down each path? Okay, this is a visualization. Close your eyes. Close them. Imagine yourself with a sign in the middle of the road. Left, and then one going right. It's a little wooden sign. It's on a grassy little hill, and to the left and right is a dirt road, maybe a little muddy from the rain. There's trees lining one path. The other path has a mountainside with rocks going all the way up it like a hill, like a mountainy hill. That's on the right side. So left has the trees, right has the rocks. You're looking at this sign. Both paths, you don't know where they're leading to. Where do you feel drawn to go and why? Where could each one lead? Is one going downhill? Is one going uphill? Do you feel like you just want to stay stuck? Do you feel like you just don't want to pick? You just want to stay there and maybe wait for a ride? Or see if anybody else is going down a different path? Are you waiting to get more information from someone else to say, hey, I'm going down this way, this is what's over there? Are you waiting for more information? Are you brave enough right now to go down one of these roads? If you want to go down the rocky path, that requires bravery. It means that you're ready to face your fear. If you're drawn to the rocky slope, it means you're ready to face challenges. And that road is probably uphill. But you know you're going to get to the top and something amazing may be up there. And you've come so far and you're not ready to give up. You're ready to face challenges. If you take the left side and you pick the trees, it means that you are choosing what your ancestors did. You're choosing what your family did. You're choosing comfort. You're choosing safe, protected, shielded. Dangers may not happen on that path. So you're choosing the path well trodden. Ketu, the south node of the moon, represents the karma on the left with the trees, the roots, the history, decisions that you've always made. Rahu represents the road on the right. Unknown, frightening, risky, unsafe. We are all here having to choose between Rahu and Ketu. How are we going to liberate ourselves in this indecision? I want you to really think about that 88 on the screen when I said it. Really think about that. After you visualize this path and you've realized where you're drawn to, comfort or the new path, you're going to see why maybe you feel stuck, okay? Or why you make the decisions you always make. At first glance, you may take the side that looks easier to traverse. but the destination will only cause anxiety and a heavy heart. The path may be more difficult to walk, but the destination will feel light and calm. Okay, I repeat, I skipped a sentence, my bad. So visualize the decision in your life as a fork in the road. How does your body react when you imagine your travels down each path? At first glance, one path looks easier, calmer, but the destination could cause anxiety and a heavy heart. Another path may look more difficult to walk, but the destination will feel light and calm. When you silence your mind and listen to your intuition, the signposts will always be obvious. My vision of the destination in the paths I've described, if you go down the path with Ketu with the trees, you're going to go down into a dark forest. It's going to get darker and darker. You're going to get so thick into the forest that you're not going to be able to see the trees. In that deep forest, thick with the trees, there's going to be a small town or like a little village. Really, it's a village. And every house in that village is dark and it's lonely. Where did everybody go? You're going to feel like there's no one there. And you're in this town looking for someone that's not there. The houses are dark and empty, but they're wooden. They're a dark wood. They're in a little village deep in the forest. And it feels very lonely, even though that path felt comforting. On the other path, with the rocky terrain and the path going upwards, I definitely saw sun. It was like it just rained, and it was a little misty, and I could hear birds chirping. And as you go up that rocky hill, there's a turn, and it's up a mountain, up a hill. And then at the top, there's a grassy knoll. And there's little daisies and little flowers popping up at the top. The rain just hit, now the sun is shining. There's a rainbow up at the top. You smell fresh air. And you lay down and you sit on the grass. And you look over this mountain and you can see everything. You see everything in front of you. Everything's clear. And it smells wonderful. You see, looks can be deceiving. Sometimes you want to take this path that looks so comforting temporarily. Right now it looks comforting. But it's what you've always done. And if you do what you've always done, you get what you always get. You take a little risk. The Fool card, which the masculine does not want to take the risk. There's bright sunny skies, clear views, and peace. I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was my vision, and that's what I'm really feeling for this reading. We're going to get Spirit Speaks Oracle. Really not a book thing. It's just a Spirit Speaks Oracle on where you guys are headed in this, and then I'll get a love message. Spirit, what do you see for this connection? Well, okay. Well, I'm going to take more than one. I didn't plan on it, but fuck it. Bottom of the deck is soaring. Nothing's holding you back. Everyone is free to make a choice and a decision. Rahu and Ketu want you to liberate yourself. The nodes are liberating you guys in this connection right now. Your karmas are liberating you right now. Clean is what came up. You might need to clean your house and have clean eating. Someone's been too bloated. You need to clean your stomach out. I suggest a fast, lower alkaline. Use some apple cider vinegar every day, and fast at night. Don't eat anything after 6. You need to clean out your gut. That's just what I'm feeling for someone. Clean out your gut. Virgo energy, very strong here. Stomach issues. Without health, you have nothing. So clean eating, diet, exercise. Also clean your home. I feel like that needs to be clean. And take care of your plants because they're pissed. Where the fuck have you been? And why are they not getting more light? If you have plants in the house, they want you to get an air sprayer mister and mist your plants. They need that. They need love, they need light, and they need mist. They're missing out. They're a little pissed off at you. Plants, yes, they have feelings. We got a lot of cards here. Fuck it. We're going to take it. The next one is Painful Reality, number 13. And this is beautiful lies and the ugly fucking truth. We all want beautiful lies. We just hate ugly truth. But that's what we need. That's the painful reality that we all have to face. And it is very painful. Whatever truths the masculine had to deal with today, bombs. Hard to suck that up. Feminine, same. Bombs. You had to suck it up. That's the painful reality, but I know you're listening. The next one is entangled, one thing after the other. You guys are feeling like on this journey, it's one fucking problem after the other. One mission, one challenge, one problem solving, one enlightenment. It's like one thing after the other in this connection. You're tired of it always being something. Someone here in this relationship feels like if it's not this, it's something else. Fuck. So there's frustration here. We also have deep, profound feelings and memories. Okay, you and this person share a deepness, Scorpio vibes. You have a very, very, very deep connection with this person. So deep I can't even explain to you. It's telepathic. It's beautiful. It's mother-father energy. It's child energy. It's husband-wife energy. It's soulmate energy. It's teacher-student energy. It's just everything. It's everything into one. It's a very deep connection. Both of you guys have the deepest connection ever. It's profound. Emperor energy, number 4. It's very certain that your connection with this person is the deepest connection you've ever had and probably will have. Next, independence, striking out on your own. 41. This is a 9 of Pentacles energy. It's doing you. It's doing you right too. It's being independent. It's not worrying about what the fuck others have to say about you. It's not their life. Masculine, get some balls. You're going to have to face the crowd. And they're going to point and they're going to ridicule you because you lied. So what? Strike out on your own. You don't need them anyways. It's time to get right, to atone, to be your own person and be independent. Live your truth. Okay? It's time to be away from a karmic situation and connection and be independent. Feminine, you're breaking out of this connection, this union. You're like, I want to be independent. I'm going to strike out on my own. Feminine is ready to be independent and single and unattached. The next one is standing out, unlike anyone and anything else. You guys stand out from the crowd. If there's one thing that you guys need to go home with, 177 on the clock, it is that you will always be different from anyone else they ever dated. You will stand out. You're not the same. You're not in a bushel of bananas, okay? You are different. And the same with this person. They're going to stand out from anyone else you've ever been with. You both are the one. You both stand out in the crowd. And you both know this. Next is vibrant, making a difference. Let your light shine. Be that light in the dark. Let your uniqueness speak for itself. Let your light speak for itself. You stand out, you're vibrant. Next is playful, finding the fun in your inner child. You guys have fun. Whatever you do, just have fun. Laughter is a good medicine and a cure for the soul. I want you to have fun today and every day. Whatever opportunity you get to have fun. Tickle, laugh, joke, be romantic, be flirtatious, go out for spontaneous events. Have fun. Life is short, my friends. Have fun. Be playful. That's a very good energy and it attracts so much more love to you. 88, as I was looking at the screen with that. Last, 83, shelter, comfort in the storm. Your relationship is protected by God. If anyone's trying to hurt you or harm your connection, it will not be harmed. You guys are protected and sheltered from spirit. And anyone that seeks harm on the growth and enlightenment and love, it won't matter. You guys are shielded. You're sheltered from the storm. And your person who's going through a toxic situation is really trying to protect you from themselves. They don't want to cause you harm. And the situation they're involved with, which they don't want to cause you harm. So a lot of the distance and separation is also protection to not cause you harm in their karmic drama. And as far as the feminine, you are protecting yourself because no one's really been protecting you. You had to stand up and strike out on your own and say, if no one else is going to shield my heart from heartbreak, if no one else is going to stop me from being misused and abused or used, I will protect me. Shelter. So the feminine is about to close up like a crab, go into the shell. We've got the High Priestess and the Hanged Man, which is a retreat energy. I do feel that the Divine Feminine is retreating. The Divine Feminine is pulling back and going inside, protecting your light and protecting your love. And you're taking care of yourself in a very healthy, good kind of boundary way. Masculine, you're an emotional mess. You're just an emotional mess. You won't give your heart what it wants. You're denying your heart. You're denying your truth. You know you want to be better, but you don't think you have what it takes to do that. You're tortured. If you want to be a better man, if you want to be a better woman, if that's you, it's going to take courage. You're going to have to do what it takes to get the job done. It's going to take strength and courage, and you're going to have to face the darkness inside of you and the darkness of your past. Get ready. You can do it. And stop beating yourself up over what's already been done and crying over spilled milk. You can be forgiven and free. Liberation from your karma. Thank God. You can end this now. You don't have to be reborn with this karma from this life and the previous life. You can deal with it right now today. You can liberate yourself from your karma, but you have to atone. The universe and your feminine is ready to forgive you. They want to give you that gift of a fresh new start, but you got to take a different path. Stop sabotaging this. Follow your heart is the advice. I'm going to give you one last oracle, masculine, because you need a lasting advice. The feminine got quite a bit. I'm going to get a moon oracle for you. Lasting advice for the masculine, please. Lasting advice for the masculine, please. Bottom of the deck is Libra. A win-win outcome is forecast. So balance is being restored in your life, Libra vibes. And then we have Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. I think I started out with a Libra-Cancer connection. So there might be a Libra-Cancer connection even right now for you, masculine. In some sense that's meaningful. Okay. Masculine, here's some advice. Here's some words from Spirit. 88 up there while I'm talking. There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in a connection with the people and places that you hold dearest in your heart. This can be to do with a member of your family or a roommate or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with someone special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself. If your insecurity has been holding you back on what your heart wants, that's something for you to work on right now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. This message also says, make sure you put your family first before anything or anyone else. Also, let your divine feminine get a bit closer to you. Because it says, let someone get closer to you. And I know it's the feminine that you've been pushing away. Second, a new cycle is starting for you and your children. Third, it's time for you to review what you want, because I think some goals have changed. Next, meditation will help balance your insecurities. And last, spending some time near water is going to bring you peace and answers. New moon in Cancer. So go near some water. There's some advice. But man, that hit home with all the bells and whistles. Family comes first. Children come first. You need to reassess your values and your goals, because what you want is not where you're headed. You are headed for somewhere where you don't really truly at a heart space want that. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Now, the overall underall energy is a full moon in Libra. And funny, because the feminine got full moon and new moon, and you got the same, new moon and full moon. Different signs, but you got the same energy. Take and give, push and pull, same shit. So, the full moon in Libra is the sign of love and partnership. It's also about falling in love and closely relating to somebody else. There's someone dear to your heart right now that you're bonding with. And since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests that you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving to a new level of commitment. Perhaps both. Maybe you're ending one commitment and stepping into another. But it's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is pushing its head out to end, then now is the right time to let it end. Stop trying to fight a relationship that is arising with problems and breakups. It's trying to release itself. Don't hang on to it. There's a reason why you're fighting. And there's a reason why you're butting heads. There's a reason why there's threats of leaving, because it's time to go. Also, there could be a connection that is pushing its way in, not out. There could be a connection that has resurfaced, or a new love interest. This sparks feelings of romance and passion, excitement and yearning. You're thinking about this person day and night. You're yearning for this person even now. Don't fight it. Let this situation come in. Remember, the universe has brought it for a reason. There's a sense that you need to balance your ego with somebody else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so might be the answer to your problem. The Attune to the Moon message is let go of that which is falling away. The additional meanings of this card is see the other person through the eyes of love, and it will change your perspective. Put your feet in that person's shoes and imagine how they must feel. Second, it's time for you to make a firm decision. Also, time for you to focus on yourself for a little while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. And last, it might be time for a makeover, emotionally, mentally, and physically. All right, guys, that is your reading for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't yet. That would be awesome. I'm going to see what you need to focus on in the fortune cookie, if you want to stick around for that. I have a $55 reading special coming up. I haven't started it yet. It will probably be tonight or tomorrow. It's for you and your person. If anybody's looking for a personal and a live, I will do a full in-depth reading for you and your person for $55. It's a one-time offer. You can purchase that on Cash App. Money symbol, let that shit go 1111, or donate it to my channel. Also, I have not picked the person who's going to be receiving a free reading, and there might be more than one. There could be a couple people. I have a reading called, it's a karmic reading, but it's That's That Bullshit. It's got a picture and an icon of That's That Bullshit on it. It's a few readings back. You're going to have to look at it. It's a girl on fire. Okay, if you want to comment your story in that video, and like that video and be subscribed. I'd be happy to read your version of what's going on. Don't keep it too long. Keep it a little bit short. And I am picking a couple people to get a free reading from those people. I have not picked yet. So that is also coming up. Okay. So those are some events to look forward to. I'm also going to be doing the 100 Club reading on Friday. So if you're a 100 Clubber, make sure your questions are posted in comments so I can jot them down for Friday for your 100 Clubber reading if you're not present in the live. Okay, and if you want to be a 100 Clubber, you get 10 questions for just a series of time. I just bring it up periodically, and you get to ask one question each time I go live, and you pay for 10 up front, which is $100. So it's more than half off than my normal $22 questions. So it's a good steal of a deal. Okay. Spirit, guide me and direct me to the fortune cookie for this reading. Where are we headed? What is the fortune? 88 on the screen. We have reflect. Deep thought is good for the soul. And spiritual growth. Happiness is not life without conflict, but life with the skills to cope. And declutter. Time to take out the trash. Something's got to give. Change. All right. So those are your fortune cookies. And what should you focus on as you leave? Spirit, guide and direct me. What should the collective focus on as they leave? Glue. Stick together like glue. I don't know. I don't know what that would mean. Stick together like glue. That's what you should focus on. I'm kind of feeling like if your perspective is separation, that's what it's going to be. If you want to envision yourself as separated, that will be your reality. But if you're in your heart of hearts, you imagine yourselves in union, then you need to imagine yourselves being glued back together. Okay, so there's something about togetherness. Be in unison. Focus on being together. Okay? Remember, your intention is what's going to grow. Law of attraction. Law of assumption. You have to assume you already have what you have before it's here. And quit telling yourself stories that do not resonate with what you want. Remember, that's your manifestation. If you don't like what you're receiving, change the story. And every time you catch your brain saying bad things, negative things, stop it. Say, nope, that's not my reality. That's not my reality. My reality is ABC. So every time you have a negative thought, nope, that's not my reality. My reality is ABC. Always correct it. Train your brain to not go there, okay? Because you're the creator and the master of the universe. Guys, thank you so much again. Please like and subscribe. I've already asked you. Keep on swimming. This is a journey, not a destination. It's an ocean of lessons and secrets and emotions. Just keep swimming. This is one reading out of many. It's the current vibration. This reading energy could change, but right now it is what it is. This is the current energy between you and your divine soulmate. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, markers. Thanks, guys. And don't forget to watch my all 12 signs video I did last night. I did all the 12 signs in a love connection and single. So do not miss that one. It is the love messages video. Watch it if you haven't had a chance to yet. Thanks so much, guys. Lots of love. Bye. And I'll be sure to tell Danny that you guys all said happy birthday. I'm going to get off and show him the messages right now. I love you guys. I'm going to go be with him. I got to have fun today for his birthday. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here. Love you.